Hey YouTube, it's old Ryan. We're doing a Beverly Hills recap today. I don't know when you'll be watching this, but we're gonna get our way through this. We're gonna start now. Okay, I'm just gonna hit record for the podcast version of this. And by the way, go listen to the podcast version because we have a cool little mashup in the beginning. I always like to start shows with a mashup because I think it's really fun and I love music. So, and I don't want to put it here for copyright infringement. Anywho, okay. You guys, welcome to your Friday episode of So Bad It's Good. Today is the day that we always do the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills recap. What a mess this show is. This show, you guys, is it's like sometimes I'm like, is this a Nathan Felder show? This can't possibly be real. You guys, I think right off the top, and we'll get way into this, but it's something that I can't even imagine that it truly happened was Dorit's Dorit's charity, which is amazing. Charities are so helpful. She has a charity, you guys, for the homeless. And it's like, fuck yeah. Home, like let's do that. Let's do something for the homeless. And what it is that they make they help the homeless with their teeth and give them nice new veneers and teeth, kind of like PK's teeth. Look at my teeth. It's me, PK. I can't wait to go to Punta Mita and show them my bright teeth. If it's not a sunny day in Punta Mita, I'll open my mouth. And now it's always sunny without clean my teeth all. Um, I just have to say this at the very beginning because I've been dying to get it out of my mouth. The charity is called Homeless, Not Toothless. I mean, I would dare sitcom writers to even try to come up with something that unintentionally hilarious. Because on one hand, charity, amazing, right? Amazing. Charity, hell yeah. The title, I mean, I can't be the only one that's like, what? Homeless, not toothless? I mean, obviously, a lot of the homeless potentially have teeth issues, but so did PK. And also, I mean, some of these, it's good to have a nice new set of chompers. I don't have great teeth. I would kill for a new set of chompers. If any dentists are listening, hey, come on. It's like I requested Botox in yesterday's episode for Fuck My Face Up Friday. Every Friday, we do a different injection, and your Botox clinic can get free press by fucking up my face every Friday. No. So amazing that we're doing this. But also, if I were homeless, you know what would be cool? Homeless, not homeless, where they give me a place to stay and like warm meals. And then we worry about the teeth. And listen, this is just me being petty because it truly is amazing that people are looking out for people that way. So you really can't get them on that. But I just think that we could do a better title for the Homeless Not Toothless. It literally sounds like a charity started by rich people. Like, I mean, that's not a charity of people that know how people live. Homeless Not Toothless. I mean, really, just sit there and imagine, because guys, you could have done the Smile Squad. You could have done homeless with a great smile, or like, you could use something with smile or something with brightening your day, like your smile. Like, you could have done so many things except Homeless Not Toothless. Like, who did you donate to, honey? Or like, you call it like, hi, I'm calling from the West Hollywood branch of Homeless Not Toothless. We're looking for money to get new chompers on the homeless. You guys, I sometimes see homeless people, and now I hate that I'm going to associate that with Dorit's charity, and I will like immediately be looking. And then I was like, they should flip and put the number of the Homeless Not Toothless charity, so if we bump into people that need teeth on the street, like, we could try to help them. That's not even joking. That's what I really thought. I was like, oh, we should find a way where we can help them. And guys, that was one of the I didn't even, Melissa Etheridge shows up in this episode. Kyle loves it. Rinna does another. I mean, at this point, I'm not even, Yeah, Rinna does her Rinna thing, just be completely ridiculous. And another thing, I need to forgive myself, and I need you guys to all forgive yourselves before we start. It's okay to sometimes not believe Lisa Rinna, because she's had a pattern of lying and over dramatization. So it's like I said last week, it's like a little bit of the boy who cried wolf of, okay, are you really upset, or what's going on here, Lise? I don't know if we can really believe what are you sad? I can't see actually liquid coming out of your eyes, which actually, that's another question for my future Botox doctor and whoever's going to do my fillers. Um, can and this, I really don't know, can liquid still fall out of your eyes if you've gotten a lot of face work? Because that could be a thing where when you get face work, it provides a blockade or a dam, if you will, for the waterworks. And maybe that's why when Lisa cries, she just makes the cries, but there's no actual tears. Have you ever done that? I used to do that in like studying theater, you guys. Such a weird thing to study acting, was to like cry, try to get yourself to cry, try to get yourself worked into that emotional state. Like, what can do it? Can a song do it? Can thinking about something bad in your life do it? And it would just be like, ooh. And then when you would actually naturally cry in real life, not me, I'm a man, but when I would cry in real life, I'd be like, I've got to take note of this. These are real human emotions. You're actually feeling them, Ryan. You must take note of this so you can use it to replicate it once again in one of your shitty plays. I don't know, you guys. Next week even looks more insane. Garcelle finally calls out Erica. I mean, and this one, Erica, she's like, I think I'm in love with pain, when she's on that. We're going to get into all sorts of stuff today. Now, if you didn't listen to yesterday's Mishmash episode of just me, the Kathy Hilton Lizzo moment had just happened, and I talked about my feelings on that. I also want to reiterate today, Kathy went online, which I really feel like Kathy should be encouraged literally not to do anything that would reach a public audience for so many reasons, but she went online and she was trying to respond to last night. And here, so if you guys don't know, if you didn't listen yesterday, I put the audio in, but Kathy Hilton was showing a picture of Lizzo, the amazing pop star, flautist, now she has her own reality show on Amazon Prime. I don't know if you guys know that. Just multi-talented. So they put up a picture of that. And the whole joke of the bit is that Kathy doesn't know anybody, right? That's the whole joke of the bit, the whole purpose of the bit. And they put up a picture of Lizzo, and Kathy's like, oh man, I think I know. Is that Kyle? No, I think I know who that is. Yes, no. And then she said, that's Precious. And of course, Precious was the movie Precious, and Precious was played by the actor Gabade Sidibe, or wonderful actor, like seriously amazing. And that, by the way, that performance, insanely good, what she did in Precious. But Kathy wrote in a couple of comments, the screen was so far away and my vision is terrible. If you recall, 2 crying emojis. I couldn't even make out who Justin Timberlake or Melissa Etheridge was. So that was Kathy's response. And this is the thing. I mean, I said this on yesterday's show, but I want this to count for this show as well, is that, remember, it's a horrific thing, and it's a pattern of behavior we don't want to encourage, all that shit. But at the same time, we can't kind of not face that reality of that's who Kathy is. Kathy is kind of a bumbling idiot and potentially thinks horrible things about people. Like, that doesn't surprise me. I'm not looking to these ladies, and I hope you are not looking for a moral compass. I hope we can actually agree with each other and kind of do that for ourselves and look out for each other and think of the right way to go, the right way to treat people. And we have a really cool thing about, we kind of know what's right and wrong. In fact, I saw it online. Everybody was like, that's horrible. Like, there was only a few people laughing, but they were laughing at the idiocy, I believe, of Kathy Hilton, not laughing of like, what a good one. She compared Lizzo to, do you think Kathy really like meant like, I'm going to get Lizzo back finally. You ready for this? No, I mean, but I do think she might kind of have that. Oh, I just lumped that in with black people. I just lumped that in. There is dangerous thinking there, but I hope that we can, and especially in shows like this and what I do, I hope we can laugh at it because, you want to laugh rather than cry about it, because, you know, sometimes it's horrifying. But if we can all be a little solid in that of like, yeah, man, we all know that's horrific. And that is, you know, it's almost this shocked laugh because you're like, holy shit, Kathy did it again. Kathy seems to not be able to keep her, like her whole foot is always in her mouth of some way. And I got to tell you, this makes Kathy look bad. I mean, you know, you got to remember, like, I'm not looking to Kathy for any, I'm looking for Kathy to say stupid shit, not that stupid, but stupid shit like she did in last night's episode where she's like, Melissa Etheridge, who the hell is that? Who is that? You know, I mean, that's the kind of shit that I want from Kathy. And we can't tell people how to be or what to say. And I mean, if anything, Andy, I mean, listen, Andy played that game. Like, there are questions that I know some people that work on Watch What Happens Live, I do wonder in the sense of who did that and what results were they hoping to get? They were hoping that Kathy wouldn't know because that's the joke of the bit. And she didn't know, but they took it to that spot. And that is, you know, it's live TV. They couldn't cut that. And I would hope that they would have considered cutting that if it wasn't live. But you know, because then, but it's one of those things I always question why these ladies want to do this, why these ladies, you know, especially once they've proven that they can't be trusted in what they say, and they even know that they cannot even trust themselves in what they say. Do you know how much stupid shit my parents say now as they get older, where I'm just like, what? You know, like it's like, you know, and I don't want to defend anybody's actions, but I have explained things to my mom or to my parents about identity, about trans rights, and, you know, things that they didn't grow up with, they didn't have any kind of knowledge or language for. And what I am proud about my parents, at least, they're like, okay, yeah, like they might slip up on pronouns, but they're always like, oh yeah. And I do that too. I slip up on the pronouns and I'm like, fuck, I did that yesterday with Ezra Miller. And I don't want, like, Ezra Miller, they're going to hang themselves. They're doing plenty of bad work on behalf of themselves. I'm not looking to add by a cheap pronoun joke ever. But I do think about how much, you know, I was like, oh, it's so hard. I mean, it's hard for me to create a habit to go working out every day. I can't do that all these years later. And then, you know, sometimes you're trying to remember I want to respect people and I want to say the right pronouns, but when you're in the middle of a thought, you're like, oh, and so you're kind of rewiring your brain. And sometimes those are like kind of, there's like bumps in the road and there's all of these things. But my thing was like, I hope we can come out on the other side of this Kathy Hilton thing of like, yo, we all realize she's ridiculous. I read a comment of like, why isn't there calls for her firing? It's like, because I would say that if she said, oh, that's fucking precious, fuck that, you know, like, but can you fire somebody for being stupid? I mean, I'm honestly asking, like, is that what people want to see? And once again, like I always say, we have no control, like, you know, calling for firing. Where you're not getting Lisa Rinna off the show. You're not getting Erica Jane off the show. You're not, like, save your breath, enjoy the shows for what they are. You know, casting will deem and determine when these ladies are off the show. Now, sometimes there are patterns of behavior when it gets to violence and stuff that there are arguments that you can let go of somebody then. And that's what we've seen in certain housewives instances. And this is interesting because you guys might have a completely different viewpoint on this. And like I said yesterday, and like I try to say as many times as possible, is that that's okay. That's good. Have beliefs, have personal beliefs, and we can learn from each other. Like I said, I learned from you guys probably more than you learn from me. Not with obscure pop culture. That's probably, you guys probably learn more from, but you know, like I it's all about learning and trying not to be threatened by it. But intent is, I was arguing with somebody, not arguing, you know, I will say this is the one thing that, go out and try to do good in the world. But I see a lot of people just trying to argue online and constantly being offended. And I sometimes don't, and I guess I might get it a little bit, but I might see it a little bit more than you, just because of how many people now I interact with on a daily basis. But it's sometimes overwhelming, because you're like, wow, everybody, like, if you do know me and trust me, then do know and trust that I'm not trying to do like something hurtful or something like that. And then it's just kind of like, then it's like you feel like you're trying to get somebody's trying to school you all the time. And it's like, oh man, like, I appreciate that. I will read this and I will take it to heart. But at a certain point, you're like, okay, can we actually talk about the actual issue? You know, like, let's go put some good out there in the world. Anyways, that's all. I'm not going to get off on a tangent about that because we got a long way to go today, folks. I didn't get to say this yesterday, and I've been thinking about it since. Is this truly bums me out? Is that, you know, a couple of months ago, it was announced that Entertainment Weekly was going to stop their magazine, their print subscription, and it broke my heart. Like, I loved getting my Entertainment Weekly every Friday, and I would hold it. I would hold it like a newborn baby. I would just cherish that thing. And I was so excited. Still, even to this, like, even months ago, I would still be so excited. And Entertainment Weekly actually then went to a monthly, which is like, how do you have the name Entertainment Weekly and go to a monthly? I mean, truly just like Bravo, where they think we're just complete idiots, where they're like, fuck it, they might not even notice. Let's keep Entertainment Weekly on there. Let's not do Entertainment Monthly. That's going to be too confusing for these idiots. But it was announced that Us Weekly is going to stop doing print issues. Maritza Lopez, who works on this show, she got a mailer that said, effective with the September 5th 2022 issue of Us Weekly, your subscription will be switched from print to a digital version of the magazine, which will be sent to you each week by email. The change to digital is intended to bring a more enriching and interactive experience to our subscribers. By the way, I've never read a magazine and been like, I wish I could draw on this. I wish I could interact with this article on Justin and Brittany just a hair more. You'll be able to read your issue on any mobile device. Ooh, intriguing. Plus, by providing your email address for the switch, you will receive 4 bonus issues just for signing. 4 bonus digital issues. By the way, Maritza, you're just going to forward me your digital issues. Like, what do you think you're doing, Us Weekly? And I love, like, Us Weekly is a staple of pop culture. We can't have these institutions taken away from us. This is the platform I will be running in 2024. Bailey, bring back Us Weekly. So this was sent out to her, and it really bums me out. There is something really special, and maybe it's just in my old age, and maybe it's not special to anybody else but my age. And you know, is that there was something special about having tactile in your hand. You feel a little better when you have a magazine in your hand, right? You feel a little better when you're at the airport and you're scanning the magazines and all that stuff. And yes, the quality of these magazines have gone so downhill because they're like, it's way easier and so much more time efficient and cost effective to put it out online. Of course. But there was something really special to me as a kid of getting my Rolling Stone or my Entertainment Weekly or my Premiere magazine or my Spin magazine, you know, my Mad magazine, my Cat Fancy magazine, my Boys Life. No, you know, there was just something really special, and I felt really cool. I felt a little less alone. And I know that's really potentially deep, but I'm a sensitive person, and it always made me feel better. You know, to look at a stack of magazines always gave me such comfort. And it's different with digital. You know, there's so many things coming at you, and, you know, all of your senses all the time now. And I was like, do we really want to just go to all digital everything? You know, like I tried to read books on a Kindle, and so and I can see the attraction to it. But once again, like, books are the same thing. There's something so special about having something tactile in your hands. By the way, I have this House of Hilton book that I just got off Amazon. And there's something really cool about opening up a book. The smell, that actually smells like piss. Which is very, very cool. So rest in peace, Us Weekly. You still will be a publication. And obviously our good friend Sarah Heron works over there still, and a lot of great writers. And I mean, I told Sarah, she's been on the podcast a couple of times, it's like, you do the Lord's work. You truly do. When I was younger, that was like one of my dream jobs. Like, I would even consider trying to do it today, but I'm not that strong of a writer, because I'm just like, how do you know, I always consider it like a write. Do you guys ever do this where you're like, oh my God, it's like a magician. the way that they put the words, they had the intro, and then they knew how to put information, and then they knew how to end it. And usually the ending is like with entertainment articles. You notice how it always just ends. It's never like in summation. It'll just be like K-Fed sucks. Further news later. It's not. It is funny though, those things that we have in our mind, those roadblocks where you're like, I couldn't possibly write something. And you're like, well, I talk every day. You could just actually put that into written. No, it's different. I mean, the writers, true talent. I mean, there's so many cool, talented people in this world that do so many things. And I'm sure you guys at home, you have something so special and so cool that I would be like flabbergasted over. So I don't know. So rest in peace, Us Weekly. Bummed, super bummed about that. We also I just did a cameo for for my new friend Max, who I thought was a friend pranking me. But Max got to see around my room. And Amy, I sent Amy one last week because it was her birthday. Amy's always listening, and which, by the way, maybe ever since I sent her that cameo, she's stopped listening. Who knows? But Max, happy birthday. Happy birthday. I wanted to give you a shout out on the pod as well. Let's see here. What else do we got before we go to the Beverly Hills? Oh, this is what I want. I forgot to say this yesterday too. In divorce nudes. Did I say in divorce nudes? Hey, you got those divorce nudes? Send divorce nudes. Olivia Wilde, you guys. Olivia Wilde and Jason Sudeikis. Olivia Wilde is, of course, with Harry Styles now. And remember at CinemaCon, I think we did a story on this months ago, where that's where everybody goes and kind of like hypes their wares, their new films to theater distributors to get them hyped. And Olivia Wilde has this new movie coming out. I think it's called Don't Worry, Darling, with Harry and the why am I blanking on her name? The girl from Midsummer that I love. Oh man, my memory is just so shit this week, you guys. Is it just me? Did it happen to you guys as well? But anyways, during CinemaCon, there was a moment that they captured where you can see a guy comes up and puts like a paper on the stage where she's speaking to distributors in a packed house. And she was being served, you guys, because Jason Sudeikis wanted to take the kids, keep the kids in the kids are in Los Angeles. He wanted to take them to New York, and she wanted to have their primary residence be Los Angeles, and then said she wanted to eventually move with them to London to be with Harry Styles. And Jason Sudeikis was like, fuck that noise, which is weird. Like, I was trying to think about this because love is so intense, and we all have loved different people, and we all had breakups, and they can be so fucked up, and you're so mad and sad, and everybody's involved. Imagine being a star on top of that. Imagine then also your new dude is Harry Styles, the number one dude in the planet right now. But then we can't even really hate the old dude because it's Jason Sudeikis. It's Mr. Ted Lasso. It's like the reason I got a mustache. No, that's not the reason. Just because I'm a weirdo. Jason Sudeikis, it plays Mr. Nice Guy on Ted Lasso. Like you're trading in one good guy for a new great guy. Like, you almost felt bad for Jason Sudeikis a little bit, which we'll get into in a second. So Olivia Wilde filed court papers, and in the court papers this week, which she won this court battle, is that sorry. So the whole thing is that she says in these papers that she accuses Jason Sudeikis of attempting to threaten and embarrass her in the most aggressive manner possible by serving her custody papers live on stage. That's a really good, by the way, hats off to the lawyers on this one. That's great verbiage, the most aggressive manner possible. That's a really vivid thing. But she said that because I think the thing that was put out was that, well, we can't control how the papers were delivered, but it came out that you can control how the papers were delivered, and potentially the Jason Sudeikis was aware that they would be delivered this way, which, listen, when you're in love and anger, you do stupid ass things. So anyways, the Judge Powell, ruled for Olivia Wilde that they would keep the kids' home state as California. instead of New York, which is what Jason wanted to. And they will, and eventually she has plans to move to London with the kids to be with Harry Styles. Now, that's the part that even kind of gets me, because it's like, really? I know they've been together like a year or so, maybe. When was like February 14th? They've been a year and a couple months, but Harry's always on tour. And I know they're, I don't want to say that relationship doesn't work, but that's like when you put two kids, I don't have kids, guys, yet. And do you guys ever think about that? Like, as parents too, do you ever like, oh, wow, this is going to really affect the kids? Sometimes I feel like with celebrities, they're kind of thinking about the kids, but at the same time, kind of overall thinking about their own personal happiness, or sometimes that's how it looks from an outsider's vantage point. And I'm just like, wow, well, is it great for the kid? I mean, the kids probably love Harry. Who doesn't love Harry? Like, everybody probably legitimately loves Harry. I love Harry Styles. My God. I just thought of it. Harry Styles with a mustache. Harry, if you're listening, join the mustache club, buddy. We need you. No, I'm probably going to shave this weekend. So we'll keep, I don't know, but it just seems like now this is a very contentious thing. It says Mr. Sudeikis had no prior knowledge of the time or place that the envelope would have been delivered, as this would solely be up to the process service company involved, and he would never condone her being served in such an inappropriate manner, the rep told Variety. But this is not, I guess, believed by Olivia Wilde and her, and her party. And she thinks these actions were clearly intended to threaten and catch her off guard, she says. He could have served me discreetly, but instead he chose to serve me in the most aggressive manner possible. The fact that Jason would embarrass me professionally and put our personal conflict on public display in this manner is extremely contrary to our children's best interests. In turn, Sudeikis reiterated his previous statement, saying in the documents that he had not intended for Wilde to be served on stage, but that he requested they be delivered to her at Heathrow Airport in London. I understand that the process server had only done her job. However, I deeply regret what happened, Sudeikis says in the filings. Olivia's talk was an important event for Olivia, both professionally and personally, and I am very, very sorry that the incident marred her special moment. Interestingly, Sudeikis also said that he decided not to have the papers delivered to Harry Styles' home in London, where Wilde was presumably based, over concerns that the children might be there. Quote, I did not want service to take place at the home of Olivia's current partner because Otis and Daisy, their kids, might be present. According to Page 6, Wilde filed a petition to determine parental relationship in Superior Court in California in LA on May 17th. So I don't know if this is going to heat up. He has apologized. But what I will say, and this is like the weird thing about love, is that anybody can be an asshole in love one day and do an asshole thing, and then they're always then the love of somebody else's life down the line, a different person, and we've all experienced that. I think about that all the time, is that our exes, they think we're crazy, or we think they're crazy, and all of this stuff. And, but then somewhere down the line, somebody else loves us potentially. And then you always read those things on Twitter of like, well, good luck with him or her. It's he or she's your problem now. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, I was thinking about that in terms of Teresa and Louis's wedding, the Jersey wedding, which at some point we will need to do a special episode just about the hair. There was over 1,000 bobby pins in that hair, you guys. 1,000. For the love of Marge Simpson, what is going on? 1,000. Could you imagine sitting still for 1,000 of anything, unless it's rice? I mean, because rice is very small, you could eat 1,000 really quickly. I mean, the wedding hair, though, it's something we should delve into it some. I mean, just truly they're just sitting there. And what does Teresa think when she's just standing there and people are putting 1,000 bobby pin? Is it just like a flat line in her head? Like, zzz, or is she talking to people? Is she reading? Like it sounds like, and then I saw them the next day, they were out in public giving those heart things, the heart symbols with their hands, like Ellen DeGeneres, like they were doing Louis and doing the heart. I want to do that one day. Maybe at BravoCon, I'll try to pose for people and do the little heart with your hands thing, like, and they look fresh faced and like I don't look fresh faced even if I don't drink at night, I still wake up not looking fresh faced. These guys look great the morning after their wedding. I'm like, Teresa had 1,000 bobby pins in. That means 1,000 bobby pins had to potentially be taken out. When did she sleep? And has anybody thought of this? Did they seal the deal? Now, I was told on my wedding night, this is one of the only pieces of advice my sister ever gave me, was she was like, make sure that you seal the deal on the wedding night. Make sure you do it, because I don't want to tell you why she said that to me, but she said that to me. She was like, do that. It'll be a regret if you don't. And that was, it was our wedding was like a party and a half. But I remember, like, I was like, I really was I just remember my sister's advice just running through my head as I was trying to perform like a stallion. I'm so sorry. This is so embarrassing to anybody involved in this show. So back to Olivia and Jason. I hope everything's good, but I do also wanted to make one more point, just in terms of the swinging compass from good to bad and how we all kind of potentially do both in our lifetimes or at times. Is that Jason Sudeikis was married before. He was married to a lady named Kay Cannon. Kay is a genius, was one of the writers on 30 Rock. She's a director now. She wrote the Pitch Perfect movies and directed the last Pitch Perfect. And she just directed that, was it Cinderella, with the pop singer girl? She directed, just an amazing woman, funny as hell. And they were married when Jason was first on SNL and stuff. And they split up because allegedly Jason cheated. I don't think it was with Olivia, but Jason cheated, and that broke up their marriage. So remember, not everybody is good all the time. And for every person that we feel bad for that this Harry Styles thing happened, they also probably broke a few hearts down the road as well. And hopefully in this world, things balance out in some form or fashion. But I always think about that too. Just like, oh, well, and not that we're supposed to keep track or score like it's like a baseball game and like how many errors did somebody make in the course of their life. But don't you ever wonder about that? If heaven does exist, if there is some kind of scorecard that God's like, well, let's look at the stats. You blamed your farts on a lot of people, and we do not look too kindly on that here in the old H. That's what he calls heaven. God's like, H, you're here at the old H. Not the old HE double hockey sticks, the H. So I hope everything's going there, but like, I don't know. Do you ever think about that in terms of relationships? In terms of like, if you can't make it work with somebody and they're your friends and stuff, like back in the old days when you're younger, you like hate the person that broke your friend's heart with a passion. You're like, oh, I want to wring their neck. Oh. And then as you get older and you kind of see the way the world works a little bit more, and especially with love, and you've been hurt and you've hurt people and stuff like that, you not soften on it, but you sometimes go, yeah, man, life sucks. Like I've had my heart broken and I've broken some hearts, and that sucks. Like it sucks. Both sides of that, even carrying somebody's hurt that you caused them around is like, can really kind of bring you down too. I mean, but I think a lot of people don't. Like some people are just like so self-consumed that they're like, fuck them. That's their problem. Not me. I carry around everybody's hurt. I don't know if you guys are like that too. And remember, if you want to go right to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills recap, there will be a timestamp for that. Somebody just texted me, you guys. Oh, my friend Heather. She said, I subscribe to Erica's Scriber for the moment. So far, it's pretty boring, except she said Tiago wasn't doing well, and that was upsetting. I'll keep you posted. Wait, explain more of all of this. I'm recording and want to use this. Yeah, my friend just sent me a picture of Erica Jane. I'm guessing is what she sends with the Scriber thing. You see this Erica Jane pic? Yeah, I'm getting dick. Getting rocked. Did anybody get sexy with their husbands or their dudes or their girls and guys or whatever sexual arrangement you wanted? Did anybody get horny and be like, let's get some dick? I want to get dirty. I want to get sexy. I'm Erica Jane. By the way, if you didn't this weekend, you really should get in the middle. Anybody's like getting like they're like necking. Yeah, that's what I call it. They're necking or some nipple play, whatever. If things are getting heated in your romance this weekend, get to that point where like everything's like everybody's getting it, and then go, yeah, oh man, I'm Jay, give me that dick. Oh, I'm truly, oh my goodness. Truly, truly a disturbed human being, obviously, and I will eventually pay for all of everything that I've. Oh my God, what if God listens to podcasts? What if he was like, used to be a subscriber, but then you kind of fell off in like the third year. It was like weird. And then you started doing the weird voices, and I didn't like it. Which, by the way, you guys remember, this is for fun. We do try to make some overall points, or I do, of point out kind of the sociological aspect or like mentally what I think is going on. But also a lot of this is just kind of crude comedy. And I think there is room for both, but don't let it turn you off too bad. There's always a new episode. I mean, literally usually the next day, or kind of fast forward through that. But okay, should we just go? Let's just do it. Also, two more things. These are plugs. Remember, today, Friday, is the day my new podcast for iHeartRadio and Cloud 10 Productions airs. We do the first 2 episodes. It's called What the Kids Are Watching, with my co-host Natalie Pouchet, which I am very excited. If you have kids or had kids or are aware of children's cartoons, they're insane, you guys. We watched a show called Paw Patrol this week, and I'm still reeling. I'm like, we're showing, like, I mean, there's a police force of dogs, you guys, and they're led by this 10-year-old Ryder kid. Which, do we have a beat on where Ryder's parents are and why he's in charge of these 10 dogs that are solving crimes? Do the police not actually are they not around in this Adventureland area? It is so weird. But these dogs are so cute. They can do anything. It's amazing. So we recap like a children's episode from each one of these. Like the first one is from Bluey, which I fell in love with. The next one's Booba. And I had never met Natalie. That first episode you're going to listen to is one of the first times I ever talked to Natalie. And this was months ago we recorded this, but I will say the Paw Patrol one we recorded this week, and I truly think it is some of the best. It is one of the best, just comedically and talking about kids and stuff. I think it is such a great episode. I think that'll be like the 5th episode. They'll air 1 a week. This week will be 2. And I really want it to do good for everybody. I want it to do good for the companies. And I was asked to do this. So it's really a big thing for me. So please go support, leave a 5-star review. And if you don't like it, just don't leave a review. I ask that nicely. I hate telling people that it matters to me, because I saw somebody already left a bad review. I'm like, you can't leave a bad review when you haven't even listened to it. But I'm asking you to leave a good review without even listening to it too. So I guess it all evens out, right? But I'm very proud of that. And I'm very proud to work with Natalie and further my relationship with iHeart and Cloud 10. So, my mom just FaceTimed. Wait, do you want a Becky bit? Wait, let's do a Becky bit. Mom, you're on the podcast.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. We want to talk to you.
Oh, okay. I thought something happened.
No, I'm recording the podcast right now, and you can say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody. Mom's doing okay.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I just woke up from a nap. Dad had to go to the eye doctor, and he just called me and woke me up. So I'm kind of sleepy, but I'm good. I'm good.
Why are you so lazy?
I know. I just can't get my buns up and going.
You look good, actually. You look like all made up and stuff.
I took a shower. That's always a positive.
Well, by the way, there was a time when you weren't able to take a shower last week, so this is good.
I still can't face the shower and get my stitches wet.
Is Dad getting those hard to reach places?
He'd like that. That's funny. Are you growing your beard back?
No. I think I will eventually. I just kept do you want me to get rid of the mustache?
No, I want you to get rid of the beard. I like the mustache.
Oh, you like the mustache? Oh, wow. Pro mustache.
I can see the beard right in my phone. That's why I'm saying that.
Oh, well, this is just scruff.
Yeah, no. I knew that, but I didn't know if you were trying to grow it back.
Oh, I haven't really thought. I mean, I'm
working on it. I didn't know if you were working on it, honey.
No, during the week I just kind of let it grow because I'm just working all week.
Shave. You don't have to shave.
And Brooklyn's here. She's in the other room. Yeah.
Brookie.
Well, she can't hear you. She's in the other room. She's pouting right now because I'm not.
Okay?
She is. She has, some breathing issues and stuff, but it's been good to have her here.
Is Georgie there or in Chicago?
In Chicago.
Okay, good. So Brooklyn has their place to herself.
Yeah, Brooklyn does not have to put up with the other dog. Yeah.
Oh well, that's always important for Brooklyn.
That's my roommate's dog, you guys, for people listening. But no, so everything's good. And you saw the kids the other night?
Yeah, they stopped over after school, and I'm going to put bricks on their head because they just don't quit growing.
You could actually just start, there are pills that you can actually stop people from growing. And
no, isn't that awful?
It is
We're
awful.
So excited that Connor's getting taller. We thought he was going to be short.
Yeah, Connor's getting real tall, actually.
Yeah, but Addie is but all her girlfriends are too. They're all this tall girls.
Do you think it's something they're putting in the water in Arizona?
Yeah, probably.
And wait, what's the temperature in Arizona right now?
Actually, it's not horrific. It's 101.
It's only 101?
Yeah.
It was 115 2 weeks ago.
That was July. August, we haven't hit the big numbers. And I think I texted you that I was outside at 3:30 this morning out on the patio, and it was only 79.
Oh my gosh, that's like winter in Arizona.
It was like a breeze. It was wonderful.
Well, we're doing the Beverly Hills recap, but I was just telling the folks on the show about the kids show that's premiering tomorrow, the kids are watching.
Yeah, I can't wait. Now, is it on Pod or YouTube?
It's Pod. That's not YouTube. The So Bad It's Good is both, but that is just podcast.
No. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I liked yours and Sophie's this past week. That was cute.
Oh, cute.
Like watching the two of you.
Oh, nice. I'll let her know that you like that. See, folks, she likes it.
I thought I sent you a thing saying that I thought she was really cute.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm the cutest.
Cute is just cute.
No, you actually look really, you look great, actually. You look really fresh-faced.
I'm getting some color.
Wait, this wasn't one of those things that you said you got an intense surgery, but you really got a facelift?
No. Yeah, right. Yeah, no more surgeries. I don't do so. It's bad enough when I have to have one. Why would those people that do all those kind of surgeries, those butt things and everything, I don't know how they go through that. Why would they do that?
Well, that sucks that you said that because one of my sponsors, we got you a BBL that we're gonna, once you heal up from this, BBL is when they take fat from a different part of your body. Yeah, Brazilian butt lift. Yes, you know it. So we're getting you one of those, and we got you also a gift certificate for all new jeans for your new butt. You can do? Yeah, I do know. Well, by the way, isn't that crazy that people would do that? There's actual surgeries like you went through that are actually dangerous, that are actually for your health, and you're actually and people are choosing to be nope, I need the big ass. I need it.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I can't believe people would actually do that to themselves.
Okay, well, I got to get back to finish recording this, but it's awesome. I love you, Mom. Well, that was a nice surprise. We got Becky Bailey on the show. How amazing is that? I didn't think we were going to get her this week. I had promised it to you guys early, and she wasn't feeling good. And so that actually made me so happy. That is so cool. But I was not joking. We are getting her a Brazilian butt lift. So I think, she thinks that's a joke, but that it actually is truly happening. Oh, that actually made me feel really good. I hope you guys By the way, for the people that don't know, I have my mom on sometimes. That's my mom, Becky Bailey. If you guys don't know me still, or you're new to the show, but she just had a really intense surgery last week. And this next Wednesday, we find out the next steps for everything that she's going to have to go through next. So just keep her in your thoughts. You guys have been so amazing and so nice to me and her and my family all the time. So I really appreciate it. But I'm so glad that she got to say hi. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break. We're going to do a commercial and then Beverly Hills, baby. Bailey appearance. Got a Becky Bailey appearance. What a blessing. That was actually totally unplanned. And I'm so happy that she was able to do that. That really is that makes me so happy. Sorry, I have Beverly Hills on in the background and they just flashed PK's. My teeth. Look at my teeth. It'll haunt me for the rest of my life, actually. You guys, let's start this Real Housewives of Beverly Hills recap. Remember, if you want to start right from here, if you're listening to the podcast and not on YouTube, there is a timestamp for that. It is so funny. I did that hour that we just did. I did that 4.5, 5 hours ago now. And then I had to do another podcast with Jacques Peterson from Unpopular. If you've ever heard his podcast, we did like 2 hours. And then I think I lost consciousness at some point. No, I had my dog Brooklyn, who's staring at me right now. I took her a walk and we just went poopies, right, Boogie? You did a good girl. You're a good girl. Just like this episode. This episode was a big pile of not poo, good girl. I thought there were so many great moments in this and so many moments, but it is interesting. You can really sense the relationship of these ladies, that they really do know each other. And I got to tell you, Kyle is just getting a lot too comfortable. She's really stirring the pot in such a lazy way at times. And it's, that's no excuse because Rinna is still completely ridiculous. But it's becoming so obvious. It's almost like I feel like she is so comfortable that she's like, yeah, the world is my oyster. This is my game. I am God and I will be the puppet master. And she's just not that amazing at it. But I thought this episode had so much. Like I said at the beginning of the show, you name a charity, homeless, not toothless. I mean, that's truly incredible because unfortunately that's part of the real world that actually exists. And I do want to point out Dorit, as much as I would love to give the credit to Dorit for that name, this organization has been around for a very long time. But I love that when Dorit gets involved, she was like, I'd like to change the name. Beep boop bop, beep boop boop boop. She was like, I love the name. I do think when you get rich, you get so out of touch that you're like, that's a catchy name. I love it. Homeless, not toothless. It makes me want to be homeless just so I could experience the title of this charity. Beep boop bobby boop boop boop. So this is called Shameless, Not Ruthless, season 12, episode 14. We're 14 into this thing, baby. Shameless, Not Ruthless. So, okay, we break this down. What's the mystery? What is the title telling us? The title is telling us shameless, not ruthless. So somebody's shameless. They cannot be shamed, but they're not ruthless. Now, watching the show, now I realize this is a takeoff. Homeless, not toothless. Shameless, not ruthless. So who do you think is shameless and who do you think is not ruthless? I don't know. I feel like I got lost in the weeds a little bit with this title, even though I appreciate the play on of homeless, not toothless. But then once again, Beverly Hills, are we making fun of the homeless? Not good. So this is the summary the cable company gives us. Dorit throws a charity dinner to benefit the homeless, but there's little goodwill between Lisa and Sutton. And I was like, oh no, another episode. Because we ended last week. I'm like, when Lisa's anger turns to tears. Really? Was that what it was, Bravo? Was it tears? When Lisa's face turned to tears, like there was not actual tears coming out of her eyes, but her face, assimilated into what it would look like if you were crying. I think the face, like, her friends rally to her side in her time of need. I like when they rally to her side, like they traveled somewhere. They were at literally the same table. It was just like 2 steps. That's not rallying around. That's like, I'm here. Let me walk 2 steps over to comfort you, Lisa. Crystal opens up about her health issues because remember, Crystal wasn't on last week's episode, yet everybody talked about her eating disorder without Crystal there. Wild. Very disappointing. Now, I think, like I said earlier, this goes to show you that these are not aspirational people in any kind of way. And we do, I mean, like a lot of us are the same way. We make these kind of disgusting mistakes in our life all the time. And it is how we kind of recover from these things. But I think with the housewives, especially, what you get is a lot of women with ego. So ego gets in the way of any kind of real forgiveness or any kind of learning moment where they can actually learn, because I don't think any of these ladies learn from their behavior. Isn't that interesting if you really think about it? Rinna will apologize, I mean, for seasons now, but she doesn't ever learn from that. Erica refuses to apologize and doesn't learn from that. Kyle doesn't truly learn from anything. Sutton, I mean, I think she's done better, but can we say she's fully reformed? No. Crystal does seem like she's listening and a listener. Garcelle seems pretty set in her ways, but also usually on the right side of things from the get-go. So it's interesting. When you have an immovable force, when you have a wall, it's sometimes not the most interesting. I always find it interesting when you can change something, or when you can affect change, or when you can mold something, and make it a wall a little softer. And right now, I feel like we just have a lot of walls. Oh, I forgot about Diana. I am Diana. I am not a wall, Ryan. It's just my face looks weird. Oh my God, you guys. I know this is uncouth to speak about, but and this shows you just what a weirdo I truly am, is I was looking at pictures of Diana, as one does. And the old Diana, like, go look at pictures from her from 5 years ago. And I got to tell you, because Asher's still in, Asher was still in the picture, I think, since 2011. Is that right? And they have a they have a very interesting scene that we'll get to in this. Her face structure, like, you can tell it's her, but I have to tell you, before whatever she's done to her face this time, she looks really scary and intense. And I don't mean but she looks like, she keeps saying, like, I am Bosnian, I kill you, I headbutt you. Like, that lady from 5 years ago looks like she would, like, she looks like like she just hop on you like a monkey, like a spider monkey, and just start biting you. And but then the new Diana face is kind of like, ha ha ha, I'm Mrs. Claus but younger. It's like kind of like loving, and like she almost put like this kind of permanent smile about, like, her cheekbones just make it so big, and it's like this chipmunk smile. But I seriously was looking at that going, that is so different than the Diana from yesteryear. Okay, so we get previously on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and Rinna to Erica, Diana's Christmas party, where Rinna's like, put your drink down, and Erica's like, no. And then Rinna's like, we're gonna go now. Diana's gonna help you up. And Erica's like, I love you all. And Rinna's like, let's go. And Garcelle's like, good luck. Crystal at Kyle's charity with Jamie Lee Curtis. We have a scene from that. And, Crystal saying to the ladies, I want to eat a meal and be like, okay with it. And then we have Erica to Crystal at Diana's Christmas party going, have you sought treatment? And Crystal's like, I have to. It's time. I'm just afraid of what's going to come out. And Erica's like, if you take a laxative, all of it will come out, honey. All of it. Anyways, gotta go. Get some dick. No, she goes, you know what's going to come out? A better Crystal. Yeah, I love when people, lines always, no. Like, it's the reversal of the line. We always did this in acting classes. Like, you know what's going to come out? And then pause to take a beat. A better Crystal. A better Crystal. And then we have Erica at Rinna's wine tasting last week. I asked Crystal, have you sought professional help? And she said no. And Derek and Rinna go, what? She said that. I love somebody that I don't personally think has sought professional help for any of their past couple of years with Erica, but yet it is so important that Crystal does it. And since she doesn't, she's kind of like a piece of shit. And then we have the scene from Rinna in Punta Mita, where Rinna's like, hi, Lois, to the birds. Hi, Lois. And I probably will do this with my mom as well, if she ever, I don't think she will pass away, but ever, if she has to, if there's like a limit on life eventually, everything is Lois. Like, it's just like, there she is. It's Lois. Lois is at this buffet table. Lois, are these clams? Yeah, Lois. It's Lois. Lois seems to be everywhere. And I dare say Rinna blames a lot on Lois. I feel like that's so much pressure for Lois up in heaven where she's like, are you kidding me? Rinna keeps seeing me and I'm literally just chilling in heaven. And Rinna keeps thinking I'm birds and inanimate objects. And I'm like, I'm literally doing none of this. I mean, I'm in heaven having a great time, open bar, great buffet, but I am not doing any of the things that Rinna thinks I'm doing. Rinna and talking to is like, my mom passed in hospice and I'm still in shock. I think I still will never understand why she did the Punta Mita trip when her mom had just passed away 2 days before. Then we have Kyle at a dinner in Punta Mita going, how you feeling, Rinna? And Rinna's like, it hasn't really hit me, I don't think. And then Sutton at lunch with Rinna last week. Sutton's like, well, I didn't mean to hurt you or Harry. I'm sorry. And Rinna's like, you did say you were sorry, and I have to move on now. It was so weird, even looking back on last week's episode, how in the driver's seat Rinna thinks she is. She really was like, it's like, kiss the ring. And I'm like, kiss the ring? You have rats in your house. Kiss what ring? The rat ring? The Rinna rat ring? What do you talk like? She's like, I guess I have to move on now, but I don't want to because I hate you. So then we had that scene of Sutton at Rinna's wine tasting party where we left last week of like, Sutton's like, you talk out of both sides of your mouth, Lisa Rinna. And Rinna's like, so do you. And Sutton's like, no, I don't. And Rinna's like, and you know what? Fuck you. Get out of my house. If you're going to talk like this, you should leave. And Sutton's face, you guys, is like, zoinks. Her eyes is like, I love Sutton's facial reaction. I truly do. So we get the taglines this week. We have not gotten them a couple of the times this season. We're not going to do the taglines. We've done that plenty of times. So the episode opens with Dorit and PK entering Sam Salah DDS. That stands for dentist something, I'm pretty sure. And the receptionist is like, hi, guys. And the receptionists are all masked up, which I think is got to be a bummer. Like, you're going to be on TV, but you got to wear a mask. Dorit's like, hello. And the receptionist is like, it's so great to see you both. I haven't seen you in so long. And PK shoots one of many this episode, a shit-eating grin of like, hey, look at this. Huh? I'm smiling. Receptionist is like, such beautiful teeth. Are you guys ready? And Dorit's like, PK, you want to go first? And the hygienist is in there like, okay, so you guys have a seat. How are you? And PK's like, I'm good. I'm looking forward to getting my teeth cleaned, especially after my DUI. My DUI. And Dorit's like, honey, you do realize you aren't going to be able to speak for like 10 minutes. Beep, boop, 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 boop. That means I get to do all the talking. I love Dorit has really put herself in the I Love Lucy role. And the Desi character is PK. I'm like, I'm going to get into a lot of trouble. Well, you can't talk, mister. Maybe now's the time to get into your wallet. That's the kind of shit like, oh, well, you're under. May I have your American Express card? Beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, boop. So Dorit says, about 2 years ago, PK decided to get his teeth done. PK's like basically smiling all the time now. And they show a before and after of PK's teeth. That's what I just saw earlier. And yeah, he needed it. Sure. Yeah. I don't think anybody's going to argue with that. It's not full Austin Powers, but it was there. Listen, I don't have great teeth either. Don't look at my teeth, anybody on YouTube. The hygienist to PK goes, okay, go ahead and swish for 10 seconds. And PK's, oh, switch. Oh. And Dorit says, so I had to get my teeth done. I mean, you're not a real couple unless you do your teeth together. They show a before and after of Dorit's teeth. And I got to say, the Dorit teeth looked great before. What a waste of, you could have given that teeth procedure to a homeless man, Dorit. Like, your teeth were already great. They're just a little wider. And at the same time, like, do you really need, like, I feel like some of these people get their teeth done and it's like a nightlight. Like, how do you even get to sleep with a fucking nightlight in your mouth? Everybody around you is like, Jesus, close your mouth. It's like somebody's reading a book next to me. Also, I want to thank Juliana Carrazza, who took all of my show notes like she's been doing and just does a fantastic job. And it really frees up so much time. Juliana, thank you so much. I always got to say it every episode. The doctor comes in and Dorit goes, there he is, the best dentist in the whole entire world. Which is like, no. She gives him a very ecstatic hug. And the doctor's like, it's so good to see you. You guys are aging in reverse. And Dorit goes, I am anyway. And the doctor's like, seriously, anyway, the new teeth kind of spearheaded a whole, yes, looking fantastic. And Dorit's like, yes, it did. Yes. And PK's like, why didn't any of that happen to me then? I mean, shit's gone down since I've had these teeth. A home invasion? A DUI? I mean, these teeth don't appear to be that lucky, Doc. And Dorita in a talking head's like, I'm not happy that PK didn't tell me about his police encounter. We get the flashback to 3 weeks earlier. PK's like, I decided since I wasn't booked and such that I wasn't going to tell you the whole thing happened. And Dorita's like, are you kidding me? The only reason why you did it is because you needed me to pick up your car. And PK's like, yeah. Dorita in the talking head says, but it doesn't make me lose all trust in him. Of course, if he makes another mistake, I'll fucking gut him like a fish. No, she goes, I may not be so easy on him. Maybe I'll withhold sex for an entire weekend. But sometimes I just need them. Look at these white teeth. I've got to hop on that. I need PK salami. Dr. Salah has the sucking tube in PK's mouth, and PK's like, oh, you can tell he's doing it in British. And he's like, and Dorit's like, the Bugatti. And PK's like, no, the Bugatti. And Dorit's like, the party. And the doctor's like, oh, he said he's going to buy me a Bugatti. And Dorit's like, I think I actually said I've got Bugattis for both of you guys. And Dorit, that's just not even a funny joke because PK doesn't have that kind of money. It's just not like maybe if he said, oh, I've got a Corolla for both of you. I've got a Toyota Corolla for you to drop around in for both. I would be like, maybe. And they're all laughing. And Dorit's like, so I've been involved with his charity. It's called Homeless. And by the way, I was like, homeless. And then he goes, Not Toothless. And I was like, I did a spit take and I had nothing in my mouth. So it was very awkward. And the doctor's like, okay. And Dorit's like, for people that couldn't afford to getting their teeth cleaned, getting them done. And doctor's like, oh, that's nice. And Dorit's like, so PK and I are putting on a little event. We see a million flashbacks starting at lunch with Garcelle. I love that they do these like million flashbacks with all these different scenes, like they're building the scene. Like that must be so planned of like, okay, we're going to be shooting the building the PK party scene. So we get a flashback at lunch with Garcelle, and Dorit's like, I'm on this board of this charity, Homeless Not Toothless. And Garcelle goes, oh, wow. And Dorit goes, Sharon Stone is on the board with me. And then we see Dorit calling Diana on a FaceTime call. Yeah. And she says the Sharon Stone thing. And Diana's like, yeah, that's a big one. And Dorit's like, I'd feel very privileged on a FaceTime then with Kyle. It's just really incredible, Kyle. Kyle looks very disinterested at what Dorit is saying, and she like looks ready to fall asleep or die. It was during COVID lockdown times, or either or. And then she's on a FaceTime with Rinna. Beautiful charity, Rinna. And Rinna's like, great. And Dorit's like, so I'm gonna have the dinner at our house. Then we go back to Garcelle's lunch, and Garcelle answers, that sounds fun. Diana goes, I'd love that. Rinna explains, I'm coming with my bells on. And then Dorit goes, I'm so excited. Then Dorit back in this scene goes, so if you're in town, I'd love for you and your wife to come. And the doctor's like, yeah, I'd love to. Maybe we can select a well-deserving person and we can do a gift for the smile. And BK's like, hey, I'll get it again then. I'm well-deserving. Oh, he didn't say that, but that's kind of the shit PK wants to say. And Dorit goes, I'd love that. Dorit in a talking head goes, Sharon Stone and I used to be neighbors. Yes. The girl from Basic Instinct that showed her hoo-ha. When she got involved with Homeless Not Toothless, she knocked on my door and said, this is a great charity, Dorit, B30. You should really look into it, beep boop bobby boop boop boop. And so I did. It was a charity that didn't have a lot of attention, and I feel like I could do something to bring even more awareness. Could you imagine if you're like, knock on the door, and it's like, hello? It's me, Sharon Stone. What's going on, man? Open the door. Gotta talk. That's how Sharon Stone sounds now. It's like, hey, you remember me? I was in you remember Casino? Huh? That was a good one. Anywho, I'm involved with this Homeless Not Toothless, came up with the name myself. And I was visiting your Buca de Beppo Dorit's room, and I said, this girl knows what she's doing. She knows her way around events She makes people feel good with what she does. We got to get Dorit involved with Homeless Not Toothless. So doctor's like, okay, well, the teeth are clean now. And Dorit's like, wow, you look beautiful, baby. And PK's like, have you got a picture of the before? And doctor's like, yeah. And PK, let's have a look. And I swear to God, you guys, he pulls out a picture of a Shetland pony's ass. And it was such a mean joke. And the doctor's like, haha, you look stupid. And PK's like, what are you talking? No, he didn't. We'd actually see a picture of PK's teeth before on the computer screen. And he's like, well, that's when I met you. Look at that. And they show the teeth are really long and really yellow with red swollen gums, kind of like goat teeth. And Dorit goes, this is what I married. This is what I had children with. But kind of like insinuating, look at me doing anything to be taken care of. He's sending her tons of money. What? I don't know. Come on, at least he's not a lawyer like Eric. And the doctor's like, well, that's love. And Dorit goes, that is love. And doctor goes, that is the love. And BK goes, no, you can imagine what a catch I am if I manage to pull Dorit with those teeth. And Dorit goes, seriously? We glide across town over to the store called Sutton, established 1971. And this is a store off of Melrose. It's very close to, Sir and Tom Tom and that whole shebang. So in the heart of the action, and Sutton's like, well, I can never remember where I put my key. And Joshua, the assistant, who I told a story earlier, was literally on a date with Sutton. Not like they were dating each other, but she was on a date, and she really, truly did bring Joshua, the assistant. I got to befriend Joshua, the assistant. That's the way to get to Sutton, I think. Joshua's like, well, it would be helpful if it were on your keychain, Sutton. And Sutton's like, well, also, I didn't know how to close down the store. And Joshua's like, well, you probably should know that, though, right? And Juliana goes, wait, you've been established since 1971? Sutton, that's 51 years, and you don't know how to close at the end of the day. Well, I think the established 1971 means Sutton, that was the year she was born. She's only had the store for like a couple of years. And the store is not older than she. Juliana put in the notes. Who ought to know? Sutton established 1971. I think that was her birth year. And that's why it's important that we learn this together. So, but it is very classic. I bet I could go over to Sutton's store right now after it closes, and I bet it's unlocked. Like, I have a feeling, and I don't want to put that energy out there, but you kind of have the feeling that it might be of like, well, fiddlesticks. I'll just leave it unlocked and pray for the best. So Sutton's like, okay, I sometimes play stupid, Joshua. I do know how to close. And Joshua's like, uh-huh. And Sutton's like, yeah. Crystal enters the store. It's like, hi, I'm Crystal. And Joshua and Sutton are like, hi. And Sutton's like, you're so like fancy. And Crystal goes, okay, I just call this the kitchen sink outfit. And Sutton's like, you keep this on your kitchen sink. And Sutton's like, well, let's sit here. And Crystal goes, I might not look COVID-y, but I'm just still exhausted. And Sutton's like, well, I'm going to tell you. And Crystal goes, it takes the life out of you, this COVID. And Sutton goes, well, Porter has been working at the store, and she tells me today that she has a sore throat. I'll say, do you want to come work at my store, Crystal? Because apparently I got to hire some people. Now, I know this is kind of probably like a setup plot line of like, come have Crystal work in the store, because Sutton doesn't need that truly, and Crystal definitely doesn't need that. She has kids on top of that, but sure, let's go with that. And then I was like, if that's reality, Ryan Bailey needs to apply to work at Sutton's. Could you imagine me selling this shit? I'm like, I've only literally walked in the last couple of years. I think I've just walked into an Old Navy repeatedly when it's been safe. And could you imagine me coming like, oh my God, are you kidding me? $3,000. You can get 8 pairs of chinos for $30 at Old Navy. So Crystal's like, well, you better be paying a lot. And Sutton's like, well, I'll pay commission. Crystal makes an unsure face, and they play the crickets. That's my cricket. While showing the full racks of clothing in an empty store. Like, obviously it's not very busy. And Sutton's like, well, you can make a lot of money. And Crystal goes, I'm really good at sales. You know, I used to work in clothing. And in a talking head, she goes, my first job in retail was at Victoria's Secret. I was 16 years old. I ended up getting fired the same day because I was too young. So I walked right across into the finish line. Here's the thing. I hate feet, but I got like $3 commission if you sold the shoe cleaner. Killed it. Fascinating I've had a fascinating deep dive into the retail industry and into the shoe industry. Thank you, Crystal. So Crystal's like, how are you? How was Sabado? Sabado equals Saturday, folks. And they're talking about Rinna's wine tasting, and Son's like, well, it was terrible. And Krista goes, well, okay, full disclosure, I saw Lisa yesterday. And Son goes, oh. And Krista goes, I heard her sigh. Well, Lisa blew up at me. Well, she said she's angry. She said she's very angry at you. Well, she didn't say that at lunch when it's just me and her. Right. But when she has her audience, then she can explode and look at me like she's going to kill me. Do you want to resolve it, Sutton? Do you want to be over with? Well, you know, I've done everything that I can. This is on her. It's not on me, I say. And Krista goes, right. Well, I'm sick of talking about old Lisa. Tell me what's going on with you, because you have not talked to me about what's going on lately. Sutton, she has COVID. She just told you. And Krista goes, well, I talked to Rinna about Amelia's disorder because she was anorexic. Rinna told me that everyone was talking about the other day, which is fine. We cut back to one day earlier, even though we all remember this. And Rinna going, it was brought up about your eating disorder. That was what we talked about the other day. And Crystal goes, okay. And Rinna goes, no, sorry. This is one day earlier with Rinna and Crystal, not the flashback to Rinna's party. Crystal goes, okay. And Rinna goes, people are, and Crystal goes, concerned? You can get the right help because I watched my daughter. And Diana, who is also there, goes, I really think you should do something about it. Crystal wipes a tear from her eye and goes, I guess I'm just like, is it really going to be forever? You know? And Diana goes, I personally don't think so. With literally no emotion. I personally don't think so. I think you're going to be good. Tip-top shape. You're good. Poor Crystal's like tear down her eye. Diana goes, you're going to do good, girl. You go, girl boss. Crystal goes, I forget that because it's so normal for me, how not normal it is for other people, which is so fascinating, right? Like these things, these issues that we have with ourselves and our bodies and like these secrets that we hold, we live with them forever. We've lived with them since day one. But the people that have to deal with it around us, when they find out, it really truly is shocking. I mean, we all have those things, right? Whether it be even how you view yourself, if you're insecure, and it really that kind of hit home for me, not in terms of the eating disorder aspect of it, but we all have that thing that we've lived with it forever and we've learned how to deal with it over time. But when you introduce that to somebody new, it's really hard. So she goes, because they don't know much about it, bringing it out because, concerning for people. And someone's like, it seemed to me like not out of, I don't know. And Krista goes, say it. Well, I don't know. The concern was like grave concern. Or Krista goes, judging me? Were they judging me? Well, a little, because I have an eating disorder. Or what is this? And Krista goes, this is a lifelong journey. This is not like you have enough money, you have enough time. Like I have all the access to find all the right people. It's a disorder. And Son goes, right. And Krista goes, I'll make sure to take a page out of their perfect plan book. Yeah, seriously. Krista goes, I'm sure I won't have this like in a week. I'm sure it's going to be gone. And Son's like, yeah. Krista on the talking head says, I'm definitely seeing a pattern with some of the women in this group that my vulnerability is met with judgment. I really understood that part too. It's a disorder, is that maybe it's not for us to understand. Maybe it's not for like that. That is the disorder aspect of it, is that we necessarily don't understand because it is a disorder. We money can't solve it. Time can't solve it. And that's the scary part of this, I bet too, is knowing that you don't know how to fix this. I mean, she probably does need to be in a program of some sort because you never know what will work if you're willing to try. But it really is up to that individual person, and especially shouldn't be talked by a group of ladies on national television. We get that flashback to Kyle's house in the desert 2 months earlier. And Kyle's like, well, I'm confused about Crystal right now. I'm confused. And Garcelle goes, she doesn't understand. And Crystal's like, well, they're never going to understand. I'm triggered by what's happening right now. And Kyle goes, I understand that. And Crystal goes, that's all. Crystal in the talking head says, just because I haven't done everything doesn't mean that I haven't done anything. Crystal to Sutton goes, I still struggle. And she's like, I'm so sorry. Crystal begins to tear up. She's like, I'm sorry. I feel bad. Like when you talk about why, it's like, that's not a question someone should ask me. That's a question for myself, And so goes, yeah. And she's really listening intently. And Crystal goes, it's actually quite insensitive. Like I want to resolve it, I shouldn't have pressure from people to make me want to, that's all. And Crystal sighs. But it's really that it's so hard because, you are on a TV show that this is going to feature. So it's really hard. Like, it's just really thing. Like, if you really were so unwilling to face it, maybe being on a reality show isn't the best place for your mental health on top of your disorder, because you're going to have to deal with people that don't understand, that people that have proven in time and time again in situations to be god awful women at times, you know? So now we cut over to Diana's house. This is great. Fireplace is on. Sure, why not? Diana during the day, and Diana's descending the stairs slowly. She's in like a tracksuit. She literally is like, I'm ready to play tennis. Let's play hide and seek, Asher. She's Asher is playing this white Steinway in his hat, his piano player hat, as you have one, and a leopard shirt, and he's singing like, why do you love me? Would you be there when I'm drowning in my depths of my despair? I just want you to hold me so I'll never be lonely. Shake that ass. You did it. Shake that ass. No, he doesn't do that. But it would be cool if he broke into a rap part like of the song of like, hip hop, you don't stop. My name is Asher and I'm here to say I like free living in a major way. I get my food made, whether it be pizza or a big tub of caviar to put my pee in. Peanuts, not pee. So stupid. A hip hop, hippie, hippie did a hip hop, and you don't stop rocking till my name is Asher. Could you put some money in my checking account? Cause what you see is a man who doesn't have to have a job. Cause the D to the J takes care of my needs and wants. I drive a nice car and I make a baby with her, and then I get to do all the things that I want to do in life because she bankrolls it all. A hip hop, hippie did a hip hop, and you don't stop. This is the Asher rap, and you know you're so anyways, this moment is a moment of all time, truly. And the thing is, the guy can sing. I'm not like an idiot. Like, the guy can sing. I don't know about lyrical content, but like, you know, I can really barely make out lyrics half the time. It doesn't matter. So Diana and I talking, I goes, my favorite time is when Asher forgets that I'm in the house. How dumb is Asher? Like, Asher's like, I forgot who's here. Who's even in the house? Where am I? Who am I? Because Asher forgets I'm in the house and he is on piano singing and he just doesn't know that I'm like, and she's listening. So Diana says to Asher is kind of Usher though. Asher is the white Usher. I mean, I think so. He's Asher. Diana goes, is that the one you're working on? And Asher goes, yeah, these are the two that I'm working on for the shoot. It's going to be fun, girl, love. And it's fun to have you a part of it as well. I'm talking in the voice that he was talking at the Christmas party, because he was like, shoo, girl, you get off here, when Erica Jane was near his like little music stand. He goes, and it's fun to have you a part of it as well, because I know you're always like, you're the brain behind it all. Asher, the brain, you're the money behind it all. The brain. You know, you're the brain behind it all. Brain equals money, girl. So Diana laughs hard, goes, and then she licks her lips. Like, oh. They show a couple pictures of young Asher dressed in costumes, and Diana's like, Asher has had a very sheltered life, growing up on Broadway, always being admired on the stage. He's very sweet. He is a child. He's a child. And she keeps hitting that, and they keep showing these pictures of this young kid, and it's like, it's weird, it's creepy. Like they're not like, but it's just weird. Like, he's child, I'm mother. But like, also, what a sheltered life. I feel like Diana needs to train Asher of like, I need to see if you have what it's got to make it through the rest of their life. Tough, like Bosnian. I'm going to drop you off in the desert, and if you survive, you can have me for the rest of your life. Asher goes, I'm actually just excited because it's finally, the baby is about to be born. And Dinah's like, you're about to give birth? And Asher goes, I know. And I think they're referring to Asher's album. My musical baby's going to be born. And Diana goes, should we eat dinner? Diana in a talking head says, I really feel like he's softened me a lot, especially my facial surgery. Very soft. If you touch my cheek, it's like Play-Doh. But he needs my hardness and my strength because he's not confrontational at all. And that's my number one quality. She laughs really hard. And I got to say, like, I once again don't think we really get to know the real Diana because I've seen a little bit of the confrontational, but it's not like wow, like it's always like, ooh, how did you get where you are? Like it's always kind of awkward, stilted, doesn't really make sense. So I feel like, is she holding her tongue? Like, is the real Diana gonna like fucking come out and then we really see? Because there are people like that, and it wouldn't completely shock me, but at the same time, like this, I'm like, confrontation. This is confrontational. You this season. The servant brings plates of food out to the patio for them to eat outside, where the fireplace is also turned on during the day. And Dinah goes, I've been craving caviar. Asher is wearing these diamond rhombus sunglasses like Elton John. And he's like, oh my goodness, that's a whole bucket of caviar. It really truly is a whole bucket, which is like my lunch today, you guys, is I had this bagged salad from Trader Joe's. It's my favorite. It's a Southwestern chopped salad. And then I add a little chicken to it. And so like, and these people are like, just scooping buckets of caviar into their mouths. It's wild. There's a red pearl spoon that says ROE on the lid. By the way, Kathy needs to be here. Where's the baked potato? And guess what? It's sitting next to a bottle of Neuro Aqua that is Diana's company, sitting right in front of it. Diana goes, I feel like I'm on hormones, pregnant. And Asher goes, I know we had to move things with Bumpkin Land to a later day, right? Diana takes a swig from her Neurosonic, and Diana goes, it was set for January, but I want to have fun, And Asher's like, yeah, give it a little more time. Yeah, it's going to take a few weeks to like recoup and fully get back to like 100%. Diana goes, no, things are meant to work out the way they did because like I can carry Eli. I can do things with Eli because she wants to be held and carried. And Asher goes, yeah, dog. I'd like to see her a little bit older, like closer to 2. I think he means before they have another one. Diana goes, so I want to start hormones and stuff in, let's say, mid-March. Diana on the talking net says, when I called Asher and told him that she had the miscarriage in the hospital, she says it almost like it shifted their relationship. He truly grew up pretty fast, and it definitely brought us much closer, which is actually good. If you go through a tragic event like that, it is great to have somebody there and not back away. Diana goes, every pregnancy is so different. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We'll keep going. And Asher's like, I think it's great that we're going to go again. By the way, I don't think Asher does Asher have the ability to say it's not great? Like he's literally spooning caviar into his mouth. Diana and talking to says, the reason I wanted to have a second baby, and they show a picture of Diana holding Eli, so fast is to have a sibling. It's more fun to have a brother or sister. And truthfully, I just love having babies. Diana says, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows, right? I really don't know. Yeah, this is my first learning curve with having a baby, and it's a lot of work. Diana laughs. Oh, God, it's a lot of work. So much work, it just stresses me. Asher goes, I love it, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Shit, Asher, she just called you a child in the last talking head. Diana goes, and then it's like, oh, we have another bumpkin. Weird scene, but a lot to dig in with. I find scenes like that fascinating. We zoom over to Kyle's house. Erica Jane, the most reviled woman in the world. Is there a woman more reviled than Erica Jane? More controversial than Erica Jane? You can hear my little dog snoring in the background. She's tuckered out from listening to me screaming at a mic all day. Erica's like, ha! And Kyle's like, there's so much going on in my house, just so you know. And Erica's like, I know, I parked way over there. You still have your Christmas stuff up. And Kyle's like, well, this is all being taken down today, and there's a lot of chaos going on, and really it's none of your business. Talk to me when you decorated your pool. No, she goes, the dog trainer, the gardener, the dog pooper, picker upper, whatever. And Eric goes, oh my God, can I get on this payroll? They walk to Kyle's backyard and Kyle's like, hey, how are you? Nice to see you. And Dustin, the stretcher coach, is there. I was just talking on the Southern Charm recap that Leva had a stretcher this week. It is the week of stretchers on Bravo. And I want to be stretched. I want to get stretched. Like, that sounds so cool because you literally they control your body and you're in their hands. That's the kind of shit I want. Like, do things to me, not sexually, you guys. That's perverted. Dustin's like, how are you? And shakes Erica's hands. And you can tell Dustin already feels a cold spirit. He's like, something's not right with this woman. Kyle is pointing to a large gong and is like, what's this situation? This is exciting. And Dustin goes, well, it's a little bit of a sound bath. And Kyle goes, the last time I heard a sound bath was in Del Mar. That was last season on Kathy Hilton's trip. They flash back to a woman hitting the gong and it's echoing. And we see that Kathy's asleep. So back to this scene, Kyle says, want to go first? And Erica goes, yeah. Like, she's just like, me first, free services. Hell yeah. And Kyle goes, okay. Dustin goes, so let's start with your head this way. Okay, love. And Erica goes, awesome. And you can just, if you put your head to the TV, you can just hear like a little toot. You just like, Erica's like goes, no, but you got to listen close. Like, put your head right up to the TV. And when Erica goes, okay, she goes, Dustin goes, have you ever done assisted stretching before? Yeah, of course. You hear how much dick I'm getting? That's assisted stretching. You know that. High five, Kyle. And Dustin goes, okay, go to your mat. So let me know when you're good. Okay. And Dustin is now kneeling over Erica's crotch, pressing down on one leg, pressing her other leg up and way back. It's so erotic, you guys. No, weirdly, there's no passion at all, which I kind of imagine what Erica Jane is like in the bedroom. Erica goes, okay. And Kyle goes, that looks like it hurts. And Erica's like, I think I have a love affair with pain. So I just kind of lean into it. Hey, you want a love affair with pain, Erica? Why'd you try being one of those crash victims that your husband bilked out of money? They don't seem like they're doing too good. It's a thought. I don't know. Erica goes, this feels amazing. Oh, you sure this is free? Erica and they're talking now goes, I am flexible. It works out great in all situations. I can drop it when I need to. Ooh, ooh, oh, I'm so sick. Can't keep going. Oh. Yes, Erica, we know you can drop it. We know your vagina can hit the ground. Yes, we know. So sexy, so of the moment. Eroticism everywhere. Watch out, Basic Instinct, Erica. Erica Jane, I'll show my vagina too. Move over, Sharon Stone. Homeless, not toothless down there, bitch. Erica goes, okay, yeah, let's let it go. And Kyle goes, you want me on my front first or my back? Will you hold my phone for me, Erica? And Dustin goes, on your back. And Erica goes, yeah, hold your phone. What's your passcode? Let me buy some shit and send it to my house real fast. Huh? And Erica, that's an actual line. And I got to say, like, it's, she's trying to be funny. But in reality, I ever wonder if Kyle's like, I don't put it past her. She might do anything. Like, she could really, truly do anything. Dustin's stretching Kyle, and we literally hear a crack. And Erica's like, oh, was that and Dustin goes, are you okay? Ow, mother of God. Kyle in a talking head. I forgot about this actually. And it's like, now that I pray for Kyle in my nightly prayers, she goes, I'm not just bendy, you guys. I actually have something called hypermobility syndrome. This is actually a problem. Oh, so it's kind of like on crystals. It's a disorder, you guys. So you're not supposed to be born like this. I'm like, Kyle, we know. And with that comes some other ailments. And then we fly back to 2015 when Kyle is shown doing the splits. Again in 2018 doing the splits. And I mean, is that what she means by ailments? But I do like that this is like a freak of nature. It's almost like a mutant, like an X-Men. Like she is like, oh my God, Kyle, we need you to save us from a supervillain. Do your splits with your hypermobility syndrome. So Kyle in a talking head goes, my arms and legs go. Sorry, that's my arms and legs go numb sometimes. I mean, I should have taken it to Cirque du Soleil or something, but no, here I am wasting my talent. Wouldn't it be great in the next Halloween movie if Kyle just does splits everywhere? Like her body's just like, Kyle is shown wrapped around a stripper pole upside down in 2019. Kyle goes, thank you. Where do I get one of those? Dustin says it's a website called Gongs Unlimited. And Kyle goes, dongs? D-O-N-G-S? And Dustin goes, yes, gongs. And Kyle goes, oh, gongs. I thought dongs. And then, Pervy's going to speak up. Not dongs unlimited. I get so much dick. Dong's another word for dick. Kyle goes, thanks. Have a great day. And Eric goes, we apologize for being rowdy. And Kyle goes, you want anything like a tea? And Eric goes, thank you. And then Eric in a talking head goes, Dongs Unlimited sounds like something in my porn search. Yeah. It's like, yeah. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Something in my porn search. I would love the porn. Like her porn search is literally like old man taking care of bills. That's her porn search. Like money given to me for free that wasn't earned. Can you put that into Pornhub? Kyle goes, look how cute these little cups are. And Eric goes, oh my God, aren't they so cute, these little bears? There's a bear in a tux holding a martini glass on a coffee mug. And Kyle goes, I have so many questions to ask. How's the dating situation with the same person that you were talking about still going? And Eric goes, it's okay. It's more of a friendship than it's a dating thing. We get a flashback to 4 days ago at Rinna's rosé wine tasting. Eric goes, I'm having lots of sex. And Dorit's like, with the same person? Uh-huh. If you have sex with the same person, isn't that considered dating? No, it's considered sex. And back to this scene with Kyle, she goes, very innocent. How is it very innocent if you're having lots of sex? Isn't that a weird choice of words? I'm not saying that sex can't be innocent, especially how I do it. A lot of cuddling, and we keep a lot of our clothes on. We cut holes out of anyway, not important. We're talking about Beverly Hills. Erica says, very innocent. And Kyle goes, what's his age again? And this is when I was like, ooh, is it Army? Is she going to say? And Erica kind of pauses and goes, older. That's my jam. No, Erica, rich is your jam. Well, and Kyle goes, Tom older? Like she looks genuinely worried. And Eric goes, no, younger than Tom, but older than me. I bet he's like 1 year younger than Tom. Kyle goes, it's so funny. Like I haven't seen you since Diana's, and I feel like I've missed out on so many things. And Erica goes, well, I missed out on that party. Go ahead, ask away. Kyle goes, oh, I was like, wait, you were there? And Erica goes, I was. Well, can we start with that? Yeah. Garcelle started talking about you and alcohol and drinking. We get a flashback to 3 weeks ago. Garcelle says, sometimes we just can't be in denial just for the safety of our friendship. And Kyle says, I think I'm ultra sensitive to someone saying, oh, this person is drinking too much, because I feel like it labels. It's like almost a label. And that makes me go like, jazz hands. Which, by the way, Kim Richards, her sister, has dealt with alcoholism and all of that stuff. And Erica goes, I'm a little over this whole story being circulated as Erica has a problem. I don't fucking have a problem. I never have had a problem unless you consider a problem taking so many dicks each day. You always realize who your friends are in these moments, And Kyle goes, do you think she's coming from a bad place, Garcelle? Do you think she's coming from a bad place? Do you think Garcelle's coming from a bad place? And Erica's like, not a good place. No. It's not a good place. I like when Erica like looks off into the distant, like she's like a soothsayer, like, I'm seeing the future. It's not good. I'll tell you that much. It's not good at all. Eric and I talking there goes, I don't want this. I don't want to be on medication. I don't want to be in this position unless it's doggy style. Woohoo! No, she goes, I don't want to be in this house. I don't want to be anything that I am right now. But you know what? This is where I'm at. And God damn it, I'm fighting my way out of it the best I can. Okay? I feel like that was like a threat to the producers. Like she had been there like all day. She's like, stop pushing me. And Erica says, I guess the moral of the story is you can't have a good time in front of some of these people. I love that Erica's like, you can't party with these people. And Kyle's like, is everyone going to be at Dorit's black and gold party? And Eric goes, I think so. I haven't talked to anyone that's not going. And Kyle's like, I'm confused at what it is. Okay, well, it's toothless, not homeless. And Kyle goes, wait, hold on. I can't with the name. And I'm like, Kyle does get, I mean, like Kyle, I do think Kyle gets, jokes. And Eric is like, the name is wrong. This is wrong, which is rich coming from Erica. Kyle goes, you're not going to forget it. I mean, Eric goes, maybe that was the point, and I don't know if it's going to us and the dentist. By the way, that is truly, I will never forget that name. I will never. I'll never be able to look at my teeth again the same. When I brush my teeth, all I'm thinking about is homeless and toothless. You know what I'm saying? So, sorry, I'm getting stuffed up. Kyle says, I can't with this. I can't bring your spare teeth to the party. And Eric's like, oh, shut up, girl. And they all laugh and snort. And Erica's like, you're the one who said it first. And Kyle says, I may just have to send a check. And Erica's like, I don't know anything about this. I don't know if that meant like Erica's like, I don't have checks to send, so you better come. It is weird. Like, I do wonder in retrospect how Dorit feels. And at this point, it's got to be like old hat to hear people talk shit about you on this show. But what if Kyle had mocked Dorit's? I mean, what if Dorit had mocked Kyle's children's hospital charity? You know, homeless people definitely do need teeth. I mean, they first off need homes. But like I said earlier, this is a cause. So I don't know. It is one of those things. I think, you know, in my reality, when I heard that, my mind definitely went to the humorous aspect of it, you know, but it doesn't take away the good that it does. So music is playing in this next scene, and we're checking on the girls as they get ready for Dorit's event. They're singing music. I can't go back any longer. I can't go live in the future. Crystal's having her hair done. The stylist is like, are you doing a red lip? And Crystal goes, some shade of red. Honey, what are you going to wear? Rob, the director of The Lion King, is digging through his closet. He's like, there was this gold jacket I was going to buy, but Crystal said no. And Crystal goes, it was the craziest jacket. And the stylist is like, that's nice. The gold tie, it'll work if you have black on black. And Crystal goes, black on black with a gold tie. I prefer white. And the stylist is like, well, Crystal has to look at you all night. So Crystal goes, that's right. You didn't need that scene. That scene, yank it. At Sutton's house, Sutton's FaceTiming Garcelle, and it's like, oh, you ready? And Garcelle's like, oh, I'm ready. Are you ready? And Sutton's like, I'm ready, but if you see me seating next to Lisa Rinna, please come and switch seats with me. And Garcelle goes, you got it. And Sutton goes, God bless America. What an interesting line. God bless America. Damn, I'm so hot for Sutton right now. At Kyle's house, she's being glammed up by a makeup artist, Katrina. And Kyle's like, Siri, FaceTime Lisa Rinna. And Siri's like, no, I would prefer not to, Kyle. She is so loud and breaks my speakers. No, and Siri, and the Siri doesn't, Siri's like, Rinna? Lisa Rinna? And then Rinna is like, hello, Gorgie Gorge. Hello. Immediately annoying. You can tell Siri's like, fuck. And Kyle's like, are you wearing a wig tonight? Kyle, is the sky blue? Are you kidding me? Does the Pope shit in the woods? Of course he's wearing a wig. You think, by the way, did you see that photo this week of Rinna in the Yeezy sunglasses? I mean, truly, it's like she's trying to give us nightmares. I truly think she is. Like, I truly think she knows that she looks fucking whacked out. Like, is this Mad Max set in the future? Like, this is so weird. And Rinna goes, I'd say a wig. It's in pieces, nothing too extraordinary. And Kyle goes, is Harry coming? Harry's not coming because Harry's not going out. You bringing Mal tonight? I don't know what that, like, does that mean just because of COVID? Like, Harry's not going out? I won't let Harry go out tonight. Rinna goes, so Kyle goes, yeah, also, he's really tired too because he got COVID. My whole family got it at the same time. And Rinna goes, I was so tired and I was really foggy too. And I sweat a lot. Well, thank you, Rinna. I totally already imagined you sweating. Imagine a big jar of Rinna sweat. I was selling Rinna Roger next to my Rinna sweat. You can buy some Rinna sweat for $50. And if you're nice, I'll throw in a little Amelia sweat and a little not Amelia sweat. Have the whole fit. You can't get Harry's. You stay away from Harry sweat, damn it. So Rinna's saying she's foggy, and Kyle's like, well, you're looking good and so pretty and young and fresh as a daisy. What a gigantic sentence of a lie of a sentence. And Rinna goes, you say all the right words and things, Kyle Richards. The music gets back in again. You know, you only live in once. Oh, baby, go and get it now. It's very Selling Sunset. We finally made it to Dorit's, where the seating for dinner has been set up and the caterers are in the kitchen preparing the food. And PK's like, where's my bombshell? And Dorit goes, Where's my baby? These kids are just so damn cute. I really truly believe they're into each other. And BK goes, wow, you look so hot. Look at those titties. Well done. And then he goes, do you like it? And he's like showing. And Dorit goes, wow. We've got our all black and gold thing going on in the decorations. And Dorit's like, it's like a work of art. And Nick, the party planner, goes, well, I picked this linen because I thought it would be like a dress that maybe you could wear. And Dorit goes, ooh, I love that. Honey, what dress is that you're wearing? Is it Cavalli? And Dorit goes, this is vintage Cavalli. Thank you very much. People, beautiful. And Dorit goes, hostess with the mostess. Dorit talking to her goes, I love a theme, but I don't like when people put a dress code. That is difficult to achieve. Fuck a dress code. We get a flashback to 1 year earlier. Dorit goes, I was thinking about having a BBQ in my house. Kyle had a bandaged, broken nose from the Halloween movie. And she's like, okay. And Dorit goes, let's just get dolled up. And then Kathy Hilton whispers to Crystal, I thought this was a barbecue. When people were arriving to that barbecue. Dorit talking to her goes, black and gold is not difficult. I know each and every one of them is going to knock it out of the park. Like, she truly is kind of setting them. It's kind of like a competition. Yes, they will be judged, but I know they are up to the challenge. This is the Hunger Games in Dorit and PK's backyard. Dorit goes, so the girls will arrive, do cocktails, right? And Nick's like, sit down for dinner around 7. And bear in mind that our surprise is coming at 7, huh? And I was like, oh my God, he's literally going to make people do an orgy. And Dorit and the talking head goes, if I say PK, find me a really good surprise guest. He can pull a rabbit out of a hat. It almost makes me forgive him for all the drunken driving he's been doing through the years. I do also like that I was like, oh, it's probably just Boy George in like a different wig or something. We had a flashback to 2016 where Dorit is in a scene. Dorit goes, forgive the water damage. I have the ugly curtain to hide it. And Rinna goes, really? I like it. And we hear Dorit announce, ladies and gentlemen, Culture Club with Boy George. And Boy George is like, hi, beautiful people, it's me. Come, chameleon. You come and go. We're back to this, and Nick's like, the lights are going to go on at this point. And PK goes, I can do that. Hey, put old PK in charge of the lights. Hey, it's like when I went, put old PK in charge of the lights. In fact, I'm just going to open my mouth. Guaranteed spotlight. New teeth. Dorit goes, why can't someone else do it, Bubs? I can turn the lights off, baby. I turned your lights off last night. Dorit goes, if you mess up my reveal today, mister. Dorit and the talking head says, PK thinks dimming the lights is like manual labor, and he's not good at manual labor. I have no confidence right now. None. They demonstrate turning the lights off, which truly is a dramatic scene. And Dorit goes, okay, so it's like this. Yeah, effectively. That's perfect. The lights go back on. I love the simplicity. Like, hey, honey, you really turned me on when you knew how to work that light switch. Hey, I told you, you with the right guy, huh? I'm flipping on light switches right and left, huh? And then she goes, oh, it's too bright, PK. This is why I'm worried. The anxiety will just... The lights go back off, and Dorit goes, don't touch the thing, PK. You're scaring me. It's like when you had your Dewey. Call me when the guests arrive. The music singing again. Bling, bling, bling. Goes the diamond on my wrist. Don't care what you're doing. You ain't doing it like this. Rinna's in her car picking up Erica. And she's like, oh, let me see that dress. It's great. And Erica's like, let me get in here. Ain't it? These are hooker shoes. And Rinna goes, they are really good hooker shoes. And I'd like to borrow them because I'm a hooker. And Erica's like, anytime. Kathy arrives first with a guest at the house, and Dwight says, I've never been here, actually. It's so beautiful. I love this modern farmhouse in Encino, close to Buca di Beppo. And Dorit goes, Kathy, my love. And Kathy's like, hello, Kyle. How are... No, it's you, Dorit. Wow, this is gorgeous. Happy New Year. Here's the tequila you like. Sorry. Sorry. Here's the here's the well tequila you like. Dwight got this for you. So good to see you. And PK to Dwight goes, blast from the past. How are you? And Kathy goes, you know Dwight, PK. Of course I know Dwight. Doritna, and talking head, goes, we know Dwight from a former friend. Flashback to 2015. Dwight has seen Lisa Vanderpump's Villa Rosa pushing Ken into the swimming pool in a white tux, and it looks like Ken took a hard hit in a shallow part of the pool. Listen, Dwight is the man that almost killed Ken during an episode. Doritna, talking head, goes, needless to say, Dwight is no longer friends with that former friend. PK goes, so Dwight, you finally came back into the PK Dorit fold. You finally came back to the winning team. Listen, PK and Dorit, I really love PK. I truly do love them. But come on. There's not even Ken and Lisa. We're not even in the same ballpark. Dwight goes, it's good to be here. And Kathy goes, everything is so beautiful. We find out Kathy is talking to a tree when she says that. She was literally having a conversation with the tree. We're looking at the place cards on the table, and Kathy goes, oh, Deanne's coming tonight. And PK goes, that's Diana. And Kathy goes, I love the font, and walks off. Such an idiot. Diana arrives. Drew goes, hello. And Diana goes, this gold enough for you? And PK goes, it's gold. And Diana goes, I thought I looked like a pirate's dream. Treasure chest. She literally is wearing just bars of actual gold around her. It's very hard for her to walk. It was very painful for me to watch this scene. Kathy goes, I love it. Where's your boyfriend? I love Kathy's like, where's your little guy, your little child, your child bride? Diana goes, he's filming a concert, a live virtual something. So it's very complicated. He's probably just at the Hollywood Bowl watching a concert. Kathy goes, he's so talented. Very talented. I didn't know what to expect. 9 times out of 10. And Diana goes, you couldn't. And you started. Yeah. I don't know. It's like two dimwits just like talking to each other, but I think they're understanding each other. And I think what she means is like, I didn't know to expect something good. Like 9 times out of 10, I see something bad, usually with like weird performances like that. And then it's like, yeah, of course. And then, he gets started and it's good. I don't know. Kathy goes, a disaster. And it's like, I know, somebody help. Still in the foreign language that they're speaking to each other. In their car, Erica, we're in that car again, and she's with Rinna, and they're both adding more makeup onto really heavily made up faces. And Erica's like, well, this should be fun. And Rinna goes, I took a shot of tequila. And Erica's like, I'm going to help you out at this party. And Rinna goes, I'm not going to be that fucked up. And Erica cacks like, Rinna goes, these stairs are very challenging for me in my dress because I'm a literal demon. And it's hard for me because my tail flops on the stairs because I have this little side thing and a little doodle do. And Erica's like, this dress is too short, too tight, and these heels. Why did you wear it then, Erica? Shut the fuck. Like, you do, like, listen, put on the tracksuit again. What? Rinna goes, oh my God, this is gorgeous. She's in the house. Rinna's just doing her full on, like, she's at a 15 already. They're all doing the girl thing where they all kiss and, like, oh my God, you look amazing. No, you look amazing. No, you look amazing. And that takes like a whole hour or some shit like that. Sorry to be, negative about it, but it just does take a very long time when these people do this. So Rinna goes, Kathy, I've missed you so much. And Erica to Diana goes, you look wonderful. Kathy to Rinna, well, you look wet. Rinna goes, I look wet. And PK's like, look how well you match your table. And Rinna, always half yelling, goes, I love it. I look wet. Gorgeous. Kathy goes, doesn't she? It's so beautiful. Rob and Crystal arrive. Rob, the director of The Lion King. Rob goes, this could be the Met Gala, huh? And Crystal goes, I would not wear this to the Met. I do like Rob. He seems like a genuinely good dude. And they seem to have a very solid relationship, which I always love. And I use the word, it must be a hoot for Rob to go to these things. I think he probably genuinely gets a kick out of it. And I do like Rob's old kind of style. I like that he's like, I'm a nerd, but I'm a classy nerd. You know, I'm cool. Like I would if I had money, I don't think I would just necessarily like him, but I would have the spirit of that. And PK to Rob goes, fun night. How are you, buddy? PK always trying to pal around with the guys. Dorita Crystal, how are you? You look beautiful. PK goes, you look very elegant. And Rob goes, thank you. Sydney Grossman, the charity representative, arrives. And Dorita goes, oh, I'm so happy to see you guys. And Sydney's like, thank you so much for having us. My dad is very sad that he can't be here. And Dorita's like, you have no idea how upset I am that your dad's not here, Sydney. Dorita and the talking dad goes, Dr. J. Grossman has done so much for Toothless, not Homeless, and he's poured his heart and soul into it. He's also a real character. We get a flashback to a conversation with Dr. Grossman a week earlier, and he's like, so I I have a few more kids than you. And Rick goes, so you have how many? And Dr. Grossman goes, I'm up to 9. And Rick goes, you're not up to 9. And Dr. Grossman goes, I did a 23andMe, and then it said, do you want to share your DNA? And I go, yeah. And then 6 kids showed up that I did not have with my wife. And Ree goes, oh my God, you were a sperm donor. Which I was like, oh my God, you're a cheater. Dr. Grossman goes, so apparently I donated a lot. But I mean, truly, this was such a weird little thing because it didn't seem like he was. I don't know what was real and what. Anyways, Kathy now is talking with Sydney, the representative, and Kathy's like, appearance, unfortunately, is very important. They're talking teeth, folks. They're talking turkey. And Sydney's like, yeah, it gives them more confidence. And Kathy goes, and it's hard. It's hard to talk without teeth. Damn it, Kathy. Sometimes I call you dim-witted, but that is you knocked it out of the park. It is hard to talk without teeth, Kathy. Damn it. People need to stop calling this lady an idiot. She nailed it. It is hard to talk without teeth. Mauricio and Kyle arrive, and Mauricio's like, oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember this. I bought this for you, didn't I? It's all gold chain bag that Kyle's bringing in, and Kyle's like, you did. And Mauricio's like, I picked that one myself. And Kyle's like, you did. Where's your gold? And Mauricio goes, I'm gonna get it from PK, man. You could tell he's so fucking blazed. He's stoned. Juliana writes a note. It's called Acapulco Gold, popular in the 60s, an oldie but a goodie. I think she means the gold chain bag was Acapulco Gold, or is that the color of the gold? Anyways, Mauricio goes, PK said he got me a present. And Kyle's like, he really loves you. I do. Like, I wish I got more gifts from men that are like, that I know, like not just like not strange men, like, but just, I wish my friends that are men would give me like, we don't though. We get like, we bring meat. Like I was over at my buddy Nick's house the other night for my buddy's birthday. It was just like 3 guys that we hadn't seen each other, in a while. And he barbecued meat. And like, so we, I was like, that's cool. Like we exchanged meat, but that's love. Meat is love, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? Sydney goes, this is a very special treat for us. It means a lot to our family. And Doree goes, this is important, you guys. And Sydney's like, I appreciate it. It does mean a lot to our family. She just said, and Doree goes, yeah. Hellos to Kyle and Mauricio with Doreen and PK. And Mauricio's like, you look beautiful. And she's like, thank you, my little love bug. Ooh. Servers are passing trays. They're offering pigs and blankets, which are just hot dogs wrapped in a pastry. And Rinna goes, you're from Craig's? Ooh. Just proceeds. Craig's, by the way, is that fancy restaurant. It's that popular restaurant that everybody, all Page 6, like everybody goes there to get like their photos taken outside. It's good food. It's good, but it's not like it's not like holy, like it's, it's food. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. No, it is good. It's like, it's what it is. Rinna goes, here from Craig's. And PK goes, Mao, this is for you, buddy. And Mao's like, thank you so much, bro. And he hands him a black belt with a round gold medallion on it. And PK's like, Goyle, I bought him a present. That's your new favorite belt right there. Daddy's. And Mao's like, I love it. And Kyle's like, that's so cute. And Kyle in a talking head goes, why is my husband getting gifts from PK? I think PK has been married to Dorit way too long. Now he's whipping out the Versace belts. Also, like, I sometimes feel like, do you think they're like sometimes buttering up Mauricio and Kyle? Like a Versace belt, really? Like we're in Versace belt territory? Like the belt, like a Versace belt's got to be like $1,000 at least, right? Rob goes to PK, have you been to Vegas lately? He goes, I have. I went to Lionel's. And he goes, Richie's opening. By the way, Maritza Lopez loves Lionel Richie. I love, like, me and my parents went to see Lionel Richie at the Hollywood Bowl years ago and had a blast. And PK goes, when I got pulled for the DUI, I had dinner with Lionel and John Legend that night. And Erica's like, oh shit. Like, Erica perks up. My nipples are hot. You said famous people. Wait, I'm confused. This must have been a different night, because have you been to Vegas lately? He goes, I have. I went to Lionel Richie's opening. This must be then when Lionel was in Los Angeles, because that's where he got his DUI. It just got to, I don't know. So PK goes, the policeman said, where you been? And I said, out to dinner. He said, with who? I said, John Legend and Lionel Richie. And Erica goes, he must have thought you were an asshole. He must have thought I was a name dropper. And Erica's like, you know what I mean? You were an asshole. Shut up, Erica. And Erica's like, PK goes, so that wasn't a great start. And then the whole thing went from bad to worse. So the real lesson is, if you think you're okay, you may not be. It's a little PK lesson from me to you. And Rob goes, yeah. And Erica stares into the distance and goes, huh. Like, she has like this realization. I don't think she actually had a realization, but it was this moment like, huh. Like people were like, oh, that's a realization. But I think truly it was just like, do I gotta take a shit? Like, I think she was just deep in her own head. Huh. Sutton's now arriving, and Sutton's like, steps. This is when you really miss a man. And I didn't know what that meant. Does that mean like to step on? Like, I miss stepping on men to get in the doors. Or does she mean like she would like get like a piggyback like from men? Like, well, sometimes I like to hop on a man's back when I got stairs to go up to. And by the way, Sutton, fuck, jump on my back. I've been with a trainer, and I think we're deadlifting tomorrow, and I just want to assure you my deadlift is gotten pretty good in a short amount of time. Not bragging, but I kind of am. PK goes, "Oi, Sutton, welcome, my love." And Sutton hands this gift. Sutton goes, "Well, this is olive oil and oregano." "Oh, thank you, sweetheart." And Sutton's like, "Well, it's actually for the chef." And PK goes, "For the chef? Do you want it on your food tonight?" And Sutton's like, "No, I'm pointing the door." No. Sounds like, no, I'll see, I'm pointing to Dorit. Rinna yells from across the room, "Hi, Sutton, how are ya?" And Sutton's like, oh gosh, oh my God, oh, I'm good. They do that for us. Sutton in the talking head goes, Lisa said, Lisa, and she can't let it go. But what's she gonna do? Tell me to get the F out of Dorit's house? Sutton to Diana goes, "Well, I haven't seen you." "I know, out of action." And everyone goes, "A long time, right? When was the last time everyone was together? Like 6 weeks, I think." And Diana goes, "And even tonight, I don't think Cherie's coming." Rinna goes, "Well, right, because Cherie got COVID." Wow, the COVID really got passed around this cast. Dr. Salah and his wife are arriving. Dorit goes, "Thank you for coming." Garcelle arrives. Kyle hugs her at the door, goes, "Oh, Garcelle." And Garcelle goes, "Oh, I know, it's been forever." And Renee goes, "Hi, Garcelle," from across the room. Garcelle blows air kisses and then does a jack off motion. No. Renee goes, "Gorgeous." Kyle goes, "Erica, I cannot get over those shoes you're wearing tonight." And Erica's like, "So here's the thing." She always does. "Here's the thing." We need a super cut of the "here's the thing," Bravo editors. Rinna goes, "Hooker shoes are my favorite." And Rinna goes, "Well, these are like 15 years old." PK goes, "They look nice, the ladies, don't they?" This is a separate scene with Mauricio and PK. They're like, "They look nice, the ladies, don't they?" And Mauricio's like, "Dorit's dress is beautiful. Erica's dress is short." And PK is like, "Hey, who wins?" And Mauricio goes, "Oh, my wife." And PK goes, "Don't think so, old chap. If we had to take the wives out of the who wins, who wins?" I love that he's like, "Hey, who would you fuck, Mo? Huh? Hey, is there any of these ladies you'd like to bang a little bit of hoo together? Huh? We little do a little shuck and jive. I put a little PK and Mo into one of these ladies, one of these not spoken for ladies, get a little woohoo." And sorry, Mauricio goes, your wife. Dude, I know they probably do partner swap. And BK goes, no, both wives are out of this game. And Mauricio goes, so I have to pick anybody but my wife or your wife? And BK goes, after 3. 1, 2, 3. And they go, Rarika. And PK goes, oh, you went Rinna, huh? And Mauricio goes, there you go. So PK went for Erica and Mauricio went for Rinna. It's so troubling. Like, that's so gross. Like, I don't know. Like, was that like a pity file? Like, was that a pity, like, thing? It's so confusing, Mauricio. Come on, man. What a weird game to play when you're on TV. Dree goes, I was telling Garcelle we have this friend and he's our tax accountant and he's a successful, charming man. And Eric's like, is this Garcelle's new husband? And Garcelle goes, yeah, apparently. He's like debonair. He dresses so nice. He's charming. He's so smart. There's no buts. Garcelle's like, what's the problem? There's no problem. He's not coming, Garcelle, Kyle says. Everybody's like, ah, ha, ha. Garcelle and a talking head goes, Dorit has been mentioning this guy for about a year now. We get a flashback to 1 year earlier. Dorit goes, I got to talk to you about Don. He's 60, but he doesn't look 60. And Garcelle goes, okay. We get a flashback to 5 days earlier. Dorit goes, I have a friend and he's into you. Garcelle and a talking head goes, why hasn't he reached out in a year? And Dorit and a talking head goes, people don't know this about me, but I'm actually like a really good matchmaker. Eric and a talking head goes, she's trying to set me up with something that hasn't come through yet. I really need it. Dorit and a talking head goes, it's like this secret superpower I have. Eric and a talking head goes, let's just see. I mean, I do like nerds. We know, Erica. Dorit goes, so he's really excited, Garcelle. And I thought, listen, there's no pressure, but then he got COVID. I bet this is the same dude that it's like the one that supposedly Khloe Kardashian was with, the financial advisor. He just got out of a relationship with Khloe Kardashian, Garcelle. Dorit goes, he was dying to be here, and now he's just dying. No, she didn't say that. Dorit goes, so anyways, he's in great shape. He's a handsome man. He's really charming. He's lovely. Kyle goes, you've really been looking at him a lot, Dorit. And Garcelle goes, PK, are you aware? And PK's like, I want to fuck Erica, huh? Give her a little, ooh. Missy goes, dude, you're getting muscular to PK. And PK's like, no, I'm not. Why are you saying that? He's like, because you are. And he goes, oh, you're being funny. But seriously, welcome to the gun show. Boom, boom. Nick goes, ladies, I'd like to invite you to sit for dinner if you don't mind. Or he goes, okay, let's do it. Everyone finds their place cards and sits. Kathy goes, I love these place cards. Rinna screams across like it's a small, like, but the tables are like 20 feet apart, right? Like, and Rinna sits down and goes, hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. And Kathy's like, hello. And Garcelle's like, hi, Rinna. And the guests are getting served chicken parm, you guys. Everyone goes, chicken parm. Yum, 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 yum. And everyone's like, oh my God, I love chicken parm. And everyone goes, and key lime pie. And Erica goes, yeah. And Renee goes, yay. Oh, I love it. It's a great idea. It's great. It's like, you guys on coke? Like, what the fuck? Like, I love chicken parm and key lime pie too, and I don't fucking whack off about it. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, you are upsetting like, it's like, it was so big. And it's like, all right, Rena's big. And she's like, chicken parm? Like, Rena, you barely eat your food to begin with. And you all of a sudden, you like love one of the heaviest, anywho. Then Tweedledum and Dipshit sit, they're sitting next together, Erica and Rinna. And Erica goes, I can have one cocktail. What should I have? Because she's watching what she drinks now. And Rinna goes, you said the champagne was very strong. So maybe you should have a cocktail. Okay. Champagne, great, right? I've always known hard alcohol to be stronger than champagne. Listen, I totally could be wrong, and you guys, I'm sure, will let me know if I am wrong. But like Rena's like, maybe get a tall glass of vodka. Hey, but she said it in this weird way. She's like, you said this champagne was very strong. So maybe you should have a cocktail. Go back and watch it. She says it's so soft. And Eric goes, yeah, but I'm a vodka soda. Juliana left a note in here. Is champagne stronger than vodka? Due to the bubble, champagne may make you feel drunker after one glass, but one glass is equal to one shot of vodka in potency. Thank you, Juliana. Bow, bow, bow. Rinna, the mimicker, goes, why don't you have a vodka soda? And Eric's like, okay, well, I'll try one. And Rinna goes, try one, and we'll see. And Eric goes like, and we'll go slow, and that's it. What weird scene? Who are we doing this for? Like, it was such a weird scene, and it was like one of those like scratch your back, I'll scratch mine like scenes of like, Erica, let's do a little drink thing tonight, so the audience thinks you're under control. I'll slip you drinks in the bathroom. So, anyways, Garcelle and Tanya goes, because the ladies are watching this whole conversation. He goes, I saw Erica at the wine tasting and she was like borderline, but she didn't drink too much. So let's see tonight. It's a dinner, an open bar. Let's see what happens. The glasses are ring-a-ling-linging and Dorit goes, hello, everyone. Hello. And Rinna goes, hi, Dorit. And Dorit goes, hello, Lisa Ritter. I really wanted to introduce you to a charity that I've been working on for a few years. It's got a really special place in my heart. I've been trying for about a year now, to have a beautiful gala and some wonderful auction items. But then, of course, we had the surge in COVID, and I had to scale back. So I thought at the very least, it's an opportunity for me to be able to introduce the charity to you guys. The charity is Toothless, Not Homeless, as I've told you. Wouldn't you have loved to have seen a huge Toothless, Not Homeless gala with signage saying Toothless, Not Homeless? By the way, can somebody find out for me if they have a Toothless, Not Homeless charity shirt? Because, I mean, it could go to a good cause. Maritza, maybe we need to make, no, that's too mean, but maybe we could make a shirt and then donate the profits to homeless people. Like, maybe that would be cool. But, it's screaming for merchandise. And Dorit, what an interesting, Dorit really loves weird merchandise. I mean, oh, chic. Ooh, a bird chime, chic. Kathy goes, what's it called? And Dorit goes, homeless, not toothless. I do want to point out on Watch What Happens Live last night, Kathy said it was homeless and toothless. The charity, homeless and toothless. And Kathy, so Dorit goes, homeless, not toothless. And Kathy goes, that's great. That's a great name. And Kyle's eyes get big and she's suppressing a laugh. And Mauricio isn't really holding back and smiles. That's what I'm telling you, man. This is exactly the kind of, that's great. What a great name. Very beautiful name. Dorit goes, homeless, not toothless is continuing to grow. Dr. Sam Salah is a cosmetic dentist in Beverly Hills, and he so very generously offered to donate an entire smile. By the way, but it's not like, maybe we should donate like 4 half smiles. Like, I mean, maybe they don't need full. I don't know. Erica's like, wow. And Dorit goes, those go for quite a pretty penny. Diana and I talking head goes, when I was in my 20s, I depended on a charity to remove the wisdom teeth. It's really full circle. Sorry. Dorit goes, it is people like you, people who has really helped this organization grow. And Diana then in a talking head goes, weirdly, now I actually grew second pair of wisdom teeth, like a great white shark, yeah? Did Diana just admit she's a demon? Like, the only people I know that can go full set of teeth back are demons. Like, what the fuck are you talking, Diana? What the fuck? I had a plastic surgeon make a new pair of molars because I missed my wisdom teeth so much that I had to make more. And then I had to take those out too. And then Asher's like, we got a girl with 2 sets of wisdom teeth, but not a lot of wisdom. Can I have $1,000? So Dorit goes, bon appetit, everyone. We're going to have a lovely evening. Thank you, ladies. And PK goes, well done, Sam. By the way, here's a vegan alternative if anyone wants one. Garcelle to the doctor says, I have two 14-year-olds and my older one is 30. And doctor's like, oh, 30, that's incredible. And Garcelle says, and I've had no Botox, I'll have you know. And Dr. Stella goes, black don't crack. And Garcelle laughs, that's right. Yeah, Sam, that's right. And Garcelle goes, keep drinking. Rinna hollers to no one, cheers to that. Woo! She is very loud, like louder than Rinna usually is. Like, you know what I'm saying? There is something off. And Kyle goes, the night at the wine tasting, and Sutton goes, yeah. Well, what I had heard from Erica was that Rinna said, get the fuck out of my house. And Garcelle goes, yeah, she did. Flashback to Kyle and Erica a day earlier. Kyle saying, so you're saying Rinna told Sutton to fuck off and get the fuck out of her house? And Erica goes, both. Did Sutton leave? No. And then Kyle says, but Rinna said, oh no, I didn't say that. I said, maybe you should leave. So Rinna already said, like, and we go flat. Of course, we're going to flashback to her actually saying that. Get the fuck out of my house. I just love when people like, no, of course you Rinna, why lie when you know it was filmed? She's like, no, I said, maybe you should leave. And Garcelle's like, oh, no. We get a flashback to 5 hours earlier. Rinna's on FaceTime with Kyle, goes, I did not say get the fuck out of my house. She wasn't doing and saying the things that I wanted. And I remember just saying, well, then you should leave. I was very calm about it. I was very cool, collected, very cool. Kyle laughs really hard and goes, she wasn't doing anything, doing and saying what I wanted. And Rinna goes, and Kyle's like, she said all these things. She wasn't serious because you didn't leave. It was no big deal. Sutton to Garcelle goes, well, I don't want to talk about it at the dinner table. We're a toothless and homeless event. You know, not in front of these good people. You don't do that. And Kyle's like, Dorit? And Dorit's like, yeah, baby. When Rinna told Sutton to leave, did she say get out of my house or did she say get the fuck out of my house? And Dorit goes, get the fuck out of my house. And Kyle's like, oh, Rinna said it didn't happen like that. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, what a messy shit stirring thing. And I almost hope that producers make these ladies say things like this. I hope this truly wasn't Kyle doing this herself, because it truly is kind of shitty, especially at charity. I mean, especially at this kind of charity event, you know? So Sutton to Garcelle goes, well, you know, sorry. So Kyle goes, sorry, I'm having a stroke. Garcelle in a talking head says, she just said she doesn't want to talk about it. Why do you keep bringing it up? This is a talking head. Kyle is always ready to throw Sutton under the bus. And Kyle yells, Rinna. And Rinna yells back, yeah, Kyle. And Kyle's like, according to other people, you said, and sounds like, well, it's a great way to do this conversation. Kyle, you know, really truly can be an asshole. And this is why no one will leave Sutton alone, because Kyle keeps bringing shit up every episode. Kyle goes, you said, get the fuck out of my house. And Rinna goes, I did not say the word fuck. And Sutton turns her head to Garcelle in disbelief. We get a flashback to that exact moment 5 days earlier. And you know what? Fuck you. Get out of my fucking house. If you're going to talk like this, you should leave. And Rinna goes, I didn't. And Sutton's like, well, yes, you did. And Maritza goes, Rinna, I wasn't even there, but I know you said the word fuck. And PK is like, yeah, I was going to say. And Kyle's like, ha, such an asshole to Mauricio. And Rinna goes, I must have been frustrated with you. And I probably said to get the fuck out of my house. I don't remember saying fuck. Was it brutal? I was on Erica's SSRIs. I was on Erica's Lexapro. It helps you. You don't remember things. That's what it is. And Garcelle goes, yeah, it was. Yeah. Like, I love, like, do they finish these scenes and then they get like one at a time taken out of the house? Like, you don't forget shit like that. You talk about it on the way out of like, oh, I'm sorry. I said fuck. I feel crazy. You know? It's so weird. Like, how do you not remember? I don't know. Anyways. Sutton goes, well, when I said you were speaking out of both sides of your mouth, and when he goes, oh, but who would like that? And Kyle or Erica goes, nobody won. And Sutton's like, well, no, you didn't like that. I think that our issue could be put to bed. And Mauricio goes, well, I don't think your issue will ever be put to bed. And Rinna's like, no, it could be. It could be. Kyle whacks Mauricio on the arm to butt out. And Rinna's like, it's actually Mauricio. The fact that you didn't go up and apologize to my husband when you had a chance. And Sutton's like, when he's leading the wine tasting, you wanted me to go up and apologize. I'm gonna whipping that rosé around in her hand, and I said, by the way. And Son's like, by the way, I sent Harry a very thoughtful text. And Renee's like, no, you didn't. And Son's like, oh, I do believe I did. And Renee's like, he said you did not respond to him. And Sutton is staring in disbelief at Sutton's stare with the blinking. And she's like, okay. Sutton in a talking head goes, my text to Harry Hanlon. And she puts on her readers. You know it's serious when Sutton puts on glasses. She goes, I said, happy birthday, Harry. Thank you again for including me last night. I wanted to keep the evening about celebrating you and your wine. I did not have a chance to express my apology for causing any embarrassment. This was never my intent. Sometimes miscommunication can wreak havoc. With sincerity, Sutton, established 1971. And then I put a little kissy kitty cat face and a little heart. Man, I would kill to get an emoji from Sutton. Oh my God. That would be so cool. Rinna goes, if you want to make this go away, you make a public apology and you say, I'm so sorry. Rinna, what the fuck? Should she go on the news, Rinna? Should she maybe CNN, MSNBC, maybe even Fox News? Would that work? What about a skywriting kind of a jam? Like, what if we did like one of those planes that does a skywriting? I'm sorry, Harry. Like, what the? Who are you? Like, literally, who do you think you are? And also, I want to point out she's wearing the gold dress that Mary Cosby wore at the reunion for Salt Lake this past season. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, gross. Like, public apologies. You're on a TV show. Do you like it is public, you fucking idiot? And Son's like, well, I have to play by your rules. Do what you say. And this is really embarrassing because the doctor and his wife are witnessing this. The daughters are witnessing this, the assistants. And it's like, they're all kind of just looking down. They're like, oh my God. And Rinna's like, Sutton, why did you do in the first place, Sutton? Why? And Son's like, Lisa Rinna's rule book. Let me see. And Rinna's like, Sutton. And Son's like, do what she says. Then it goes away. And Rinna's like, Sutton. And Sutton's like, the end. It's a very short book. That's she nailed it. Do what I say. You got to do what I say. That's Rinna's rule book. I mean, truly, Sutton, step into your light, into your power, girl. I'm so proud of you because this is a bully. This is what you call a bully, and she's not getting her way. Now, in acting, when a scene like this happens, if this was written out, you would say, okay, Rinna's losing. Sutton's making points, even though Sutton's kind of embarrassing for playing along with this too, because it's where it's at this charity event, but she's winning. So if you're an actor, you think about characters, you think about human behavior, and human behaviors, when they're not winning, you choose a different tactic. You switch lanes. I can't do this, so I got to go over here. And that's, I believe, what Rinna does right here. Could be wrong. I've been wrong so many times. I'll be wrong so many times more. But that, I'm not saying completely fake, but I'm saying she saw that it wasn't working. She read the faces. I remember Rinna is an actor. I mean, not a good one, but she is one. Was a working actor, a soap opera actor, all of that stuff. And the whole table is just silent now, watching. And Crystal and talking head goes, we're not alone. There's other people here, including my friends who are totally freaking out and texting me, what the fuck is going on? And we see and the doctor saw his wife's like, I'm totally mortified right now. And Nick, the party planner, whispers to Dorit, we have to go into the show because she's ready. And Dorit's like, okay, all done. You're done. And Rinna's like, then you'll do what? What will you do, Sutton? And Sutton's like, well, maybe I'll tell the story about the way you treated Garcelle. And Rinna's totally screaming, maybe I'll do what? Why is it your fucking problem and not Garcelle's? This is all still over Elton John's fucking stupid fundraiser, which is another fundraiser, Rinna. You've now embarrassed yourself at 2 fundraisers, you fucking dork. Let the mouse go. I'm being very firm. I've got to teach you. I'm being Brittany in the car with her kids who are being spoiled brat. Jaden, you got to listen to me, Jaden. So Rinna's just like fully lost it. Fuck yeah. And, she's saying fuck all over the time. So Mauricio was right. Of course she said fuck. And Drew goes, hold on, people, Bobby. Hold on, guys. Sorry to interrupt. Sorry. Come on. And Ruth's like, if you're going to make me do this across a fucking cable, I'll do it. Like, she looks ready to cut people. And Drew's like, guys, put a pin in it just for a minute. And Ruth's like, who started this? And Sutton's like, Kyle. And Garcia's like, Kyle. And Kyle smiles. She's like, and everybody goes, fuck you. And Kyle and I talking now goes, I just wanted to know if there's still issues between Rinna and Sutton. Are they okay right now? Or are they just sweeping it under the rug again? And Kyle's like, you told me two different stories. And Rinna's like, fuck you. Kyle's laughing very hard like an asshole. That's why I truly believe Kyle doesn't really have her heart in this. Like, she's not personally involved in this season. Kyle in a talking head says, but this is starting to escalate in a very uncomfortable situation that you started. We're not at Amsterdam level yet. We get a flashback to the famous Amsterdam 2014, where she breaks the glass. You never go near my husband, Harry Hamlin. And Kim goes, everybody will know. And Rinna throws her glass and it shatters. Do you fucking understand that? And Kim goes, everybody knows. Kyle in a talking head goes, but we could be getting there. Suddenly the lights go very bright. PK has opened his mouth. No. And Erica's like, oh no. And Kyle's like, fuck off with this lighting. And Erica's like, it's time to go home. Party's over. And Drew goes, I told you, PK. I just told you didn't know how to turn on a fucking light. PK was trying to control the light from the app on his phone. The lights go back down to dark. And Drew goes, shh. And Erica's like, wait, what is it? What is happening? Is Asha? Do you need me to sing again with Asha? And Kyle's like, no way. You are lying to me. And we see bring in this lady from the side. And in walks the one and only Melissa Etheridge. Juliana pointed out that she was right. She did text me that she thought it was Melissa Etheridge. I thought it was some like 80s guy. Like, I thought it was like the lead singer of Foreigner or something. Cause I just trying to think of, Kyle loves this certain time period of music. I guess we all love our time period of music, and that was Kyle's. And Erica is screaming, no way. No way. And you can just tell him like, I need to get up. Do you want me to come to my window, Melissa? And Kyle's like, you're lying to me. You're lying to me. No way. And Kathy's like, who the hell is that? And Kyle goes, it's Melissa Etheridge. It's Melissa Etheridge. It was such a weird way to say. And Melissa begins to play. Na, 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 to reach you. And so Sutton goes, well, this is my girl crush. Which then I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Melissa, get on Sutton, dude. Like, I know I'm in love with her, but you could, take her. Hey, we can be me and you, Melissa. We're like PK and Mauricio. I'm like, hey, which one of these ladies, Melissa, do you want? Hey, why don't you give Sutton a ride? That would be an amazing episode. And Melissa's like, Sutton, how are you? She's like, well, I'll say, do you want to come home with me? Do you want to come to my window? And Kathy's like, was she hiding under there the whole time? Because they had her in this back area, which is just so funny. Melissa, it is so funny to think that Melissa, like, how long was she waiting back there? And did she hear that entire fight? Like, what a weird way to... And Melissa, I will dial the numbers, just listen to your breath. Kyle was like, yanking her hair out. Erica's like, yeah. And I'm shocked we don't hear Rinna in this at all. Like, you don't know how far I'd go just to reach you, or to reach you. Come to my window, cross that way, light of the moon. Come to my window, I'll be home soon. I do love that song, actually. I do like Melissa Etheridge. Garcelle goes, you should take a picture with her. And Son's like, after I just yelled like that, that's not good manners. And Garcelle goes, she doesn't know it came from you. Garcelle and talking to her goes, Rinna was just screaming at the top of her lungs, where was Melissa Etheridge all this time while waiting to come on? That is not a good look for us. You can dress us up, but you can't take us out. That's for sure. Tariq, Kyle, PK, and Mauricio are standing and hugging and singing. PK's like, Mo, come to my window. Everybody cheers and claps and yells, play it again. PK goes to the mic. He's like, I'm ridiculously honored to have an icon like Melissa here. I work very closely with Primary Wave, and they manage Melissa and asked for me to say their name on a national TV show. And when she agreed to come here, I was like, Melissa is going to come to our house. We decided to keep it secret. We are talking about two-time Grammy winner Melissa Etheridge. Thank you so much. And Melissa's like, thank you so much. And she leaves the stage. Very bizarre, but cool. And I'm telling you, rich people get shit like that, man. Like all of a sudden, just Melissa Etheridge shows up. Cool. Crystal calls Crystal goes, oh, so Crystal goes, wait, can we get a picture? Can I get a picture with Melissa? Crystal and I talking, goes, this is the power of Melissa Etheridge. She managed to get Sutton and Rinna to stop fighting. I mean, how many encores can we get from this woman? Crystal calls all the girls over so they can get a group picture with Melissa. I do love to think of Melissa. Dude, I used to have like Melissa, and I think I've said this on the show before. Melissa and Katie Lang were like two singers that I love, and they're both lesbians. And I was like, I've said this before, like those girls, I feel, could turn girls like that. Like I would never want to compete with either Katie Lang or Melissa Etheridge. I'm not even saying that in a joking way, because Melissa's got BDE, dude. Like which by the way, now that I'm thinking of that, maybe Kim will go for a woman next. That would be an interesting kind of, beat Kendall to it. And Katie, I just feel like they know how to be smooth like that. Like, I just have a feel like I don't even feel like I've heard like anyways, anywho, I'm off topic. This whole show. Guess sit back down at the table. They're brilliant, beautiful. And PK's like, you can continue arguing now, ladies. And Sud's like, well, now I'm not even mad at you anymore. And Rinna's like, I know. Who cares? I'm sorry. Let's just move on. This to me was such an awkward, like such a weird 360, 180, or whatever you want to call it, that it reminded me of Real Housewives of New York. That's how these ladies maybe have been on the show too long, where we're getting like reverse anger. Like, I'm good now. And I'm like, you just almost killed her a second ago. And Sutton's like, well, what do you want from me, Rinna? And Rinna's like, well, you know what? We're done. I don't want to have this with you anymore. My mom's stuff from her house came to me today. And Sutton blows. We're like, ooh. And Rinna and I talking, goes, my mom things arrived. There's everything from my childhood photos and her jewelry. And it's really, really heavy. And we see some of that stuff. And that has to be just horrible. And Sutton's like, well, now listen, I can't do this anymore because, well, I don't want you to. And Kathy's like, I can't hear. And Rinna's like, you can't hear, Kathy. If you want to hear, you come over here. And she's like, all giddy now. Yeah, I want attention. And Kathy's like, well, I just want to know what's going on. I'll tell you exactly what's going on. My mom just died 2 months ago. Her stuff came to me today, okay? And I don't want to fight with Sutton. It's not what it's about. My pain is not about Sutton. And so we're going to let that go now. I have a lot of anger and feelings about a lot of things in my life. I'm in a lot of pain, and I realize I'm doing the best I can. I'm sorry to do this. I'm trying to figure out how to live without my mom, and I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I do the best I can. If you read that without seeing it, heartbreaking. If you see it, no tears. It feels like a moment. It feels like, a scene in a soap opera. I'm not saying that, of course, she misses Lois. Of course, she misses her mom. We miss her mom. Mom's amazing. Amazing. Well, she probably is in a lot of pain. But, listen, Rinna's been an asshole for so many years now. What's the excuse for all the rest of the times, Eric's like, you're all right. You're okay. I'm so sorry to do this. And Kyle's like, we all know you're going through a hard time. We all know that. You just lost your mom, Rinna. Am I going to be okay? And Diana's like, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Diana actually is dealing with an actual disorder on a day-to-day basis. Nobody's comforting Diana. All the women are gathered around Rinna listening, even Sydney from the charity. And Garcelle and Tanya goes, this is a breakthrough. That all that rage for Sutton is just about her mom, and we can maybe finally let this go. I love that Rinna, though, in the moment, that was the other end. You're like, we're going to let this go now. I'm like, Rinna, you had the ability and the decision to let that go the whole time. Nobody was forcing you to stay in that anger with Sutton. Rinna goes, I don't know how to do this. I've done the best I can to pull it together. And Erica's like, no one knows how to do this, girl. Maybe you need dick. And Rinna goes, but this wasn't right. This moment was that Rinna, she does that shake when she shakes her head. You know what? This moment wasn't right. And I'm not going to do this anymore. And I put it on you because it isn't about you. And so they're like, well, look, I can take it if you want to put it on me. And we're like, it's not about you. So let's be straight about that. It's so wrong what we just did. And I'm sorry. I was projected onto you. It's not about you. I have a lot of feelings going on. And I'm so strong at times. But I'm really not. You know what I mean? And Mauricio's like, I think you are strong, Rinna. And Kyle's like, this lash is coming off. No, Rinna, don't fucking move. And of course, we get a flashback to Kyle's charity when Sutton clumsily helped Cherie with her loose. I don't know why we flash back to that moment at that time. Like, did we really need, And Sutton's like, what? And Rinna's like, I'll just take my lashes off. Rinna and Antonio goes, clearly, I need support. And Antonio, I just need my friends to go, we love you, and you're okay. I might act out and do shitty things, but I'm just in pain. And I'm not actually human. I need my, I don't know, man. And this is what I hate. Like this, she truly has me jaded, like in my even response to her. Like I feel sometimes very badly for her, but I don't know. There's complicated feelings towards Rinna. She's truly fascinating. I don't want her to ever leave the show. Rinna goes, I did not think I was going to be crying tonight, but I'm actually very grateful that it came. And that's one to grow on. And also, I hope you guys all appreciate I went lighter with my Rinna imitation. And Sutton whispers to Crystal, what's wrong with all of us? And Crystal goes, leave it to Melissa Etheridge. And we end the scene with laughter, hugs, dabbing tears, genuine care. You can see it next time on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Sutton's like, I did get a call by an attorney about one of the lawsuits that you're involved with. And Erica rolls her eyes. And I'm like, yeah, baby. We're back to the law. We're back to last season. Lawsuit time. Let's see how we've all changed. Let's see how Erica handles that. Let's see it all. Chris in another scene goes, I feel a little pressure. And Rob's like, from Rob, the director of The Lion King. Chris goes, this group, they want me to get help and I don't want to do it for them. And I feel like I have to answer to them. And Rob gives her a loving look of compassion and a matching hug as she's sobbing. And he really does seem like a good guy. Kyle wearing a lobster bib and a sing and hammering claws. And how many people do you think you guys want at the wedding? And her daughter, Alexia, is like, no idea. You guys, I'm not going to be high maintenance. And Kyle's like, you're not going to be a bridezilla? And the fiance is like, famous last words. Girls are horrible. And then another scene of Rinna going, oh, this is so cute. Look at the disco ball. They're in a disco scene. Hello. Everybody's screaming, everybody's dressed in 70s garb. And then we have a scene with all the ladies in 70s garb and they're all sitting around and Garcelle's like, Shem, there was like, do you think I have a drinking problem? And Garcelle's like, no, Erica, I don't. No, something Garcelle goes, no, I don't have a drinking problem. And Erica's like, neither do I, but you tried to push it. And she winks and makes a clicking noise like, and Garcelle goes, I said I was worried about you. Are you though? Like she thinks she got, oh, you know? And Garcelle's like, yeah. And Erica goes, but is that to make Erica look bad? Or is that out of genuine concern? Or is that out of trying to make Erica make sure she doesn't refer to herself in the third fucking person? Huh? And Garcelle goes, Erica, I don't have to make you look bad. You can do that on your own. And Kyle goes, zoinks! And everybody's mouth's opening, and you could tell it got her. It's like a flesh wound. It's like, Sorry, I'm reading Juliana's notes. She said she switched the name. I don't know if I actually did this. She switched the name Homeless Not Toothless to Toothless Not Homeless randomly through the transcript, but I don't think I fell into your trap, Juliana. Anywho, you guys, we did it. What a super jam-packed, wow, a long episode. These are always so long, but we didn't do an episode this week. We took off, so I wanted to give you something a little bit more. And listen, frankly, I just can't shut my mouth. Remember my new show, Look What the Look what the kids are watching. Sorry. So tired, you guys. Look what the kids are watching. Premieres tomorrow, the first 2 episodes. Go check it out if you have kids, or if you want to listen to me and Natalie. And I think you guys are going to really like it. And I hope you have the best weekend ever. We've done it. We're here at the weekend. I got to work out with my trainer tomorrow. But then after that, I think I can enjoy myself. Actually, Brooklyn's going to be here too. So you know what? It'll be what it is. And I'll talk to you guys bright and early with Sophie, but have the best flipping weekend ever. Thank you for being so supportive of me and this show and everything. And I was really feeling down earlier in the week, and today I think I turned a corner. So at least I hope I did, knock on wood. But have a great weekend, you guys, and I hope you got some laughs from this. I'll talk to you soon.